All right, ladies and gentlemen, it's called tablet and pen time. Let's begin. Get that tablet and pen. Let's write things down. First part of this presentation is for people that are in a basically what's called a blueprint loan. Could be checkbook money. Also could be because you're partnering with me. Many things to talk about. So we go through this process today to make sure you understand exactly how we're going to play in 2026. So the bottom line is there are certain things you need to do. So if you don't have your tab and pen ready, how are you going to write what I'm going to say you need to do? It's that simple. Basically, banks and won't tell you the truth. Well, the reality is I watched this thing on social media, this Carnef thing, and this other thing as well. They're going to loan money. Banks don't. They're so full of crap. I want to challenge them, okay? Because your bank will loan you money. Hell, they'll throw money at you if you know what you're doing and line it up correctly. So what they say is a flat-out lie. And when I wanted to do, because I'm a guinea pig for everything I do, guinea pig for even for you, I wanted to see what they could give me. By the way, it's a brokerage firm. I got 62 calls a day now blowing up my phone from a bunch of blah, blah, blah. So be careful of that company out there, please. So let's basically understand what we get to do to play. We're going to play the game to win. Now it's time, or it's never, okay? So I want you to understand something. I'm going to tell you to get out your cell phone as well and your tablet and pen. This is now or never. It's flat out. That's just the way it is. 2026 is my last and final year to get people in the process I'm trying to do. Why? It's my 50th year. How would you like and how would you feel working 6 days a week, sometimes 7 days a week, trying to help people? And most of them, sorry, don't appreciate it anyway. Once in a while you get a thank you, that's about it. But that's okay. I didn't do it for them, I did it for you. I did it for me, because I wanted to change the world. Now or never. Simple. 12 months. So the goal is to understand something today. Okay? You have an opportunity. Most of you are 45 to 75 years old. I used to go 35 to 75. You're 45, 50, 60, 70. Okay? That's it. You've had your chance. You blew it, in my opinion. You blew it. You listened to your friends and family. Or what did you do? Someone ripped you off. You tried everything you could. Everything. You spent 50,000, 100,000. Again and again and again, and what did you do? I talked to one of my clients. He's a nice guy. His wife wants to kick his ass. This guy's tried everything in the world. All right, he's got basically 7 LLCs. He's got Wyoming, Nevada, and all the blah, 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 blah. All she can say is this time, honey, if he's going to make it this time, because if not, I'm going to kill you. See, what happens is you take your money from your family and all the things you do and you roll the dice. This is a big one, honey. This is a big one. We're going to make it. And your problem is you screwed up. You screwed up. Today, you need one corporation, profit, one nonprofit, and that's it, and a bunch of divisions. For those who are set up for next year, I'm going to give you your checklist. All right, because I got an email earlier. How do I know I'm on top of the list? Who's ever set up basically is on top of the list. As Sancho's lines up 10 different escrows. We have over 1,100,000,000 of escrows next year. We have over 50 escrows to go for. 50. You want to be a part of them? You get it at your checklist. Now, the lowest one will be a laundromat, okay? Because they're run by a third party. Most laundromats don't even do clean clothes. It's a service that picks it up and cleans it anyway. All right, could be a car wash. So in the beginning, it's based on the money we receive. In other words, your checkbook money, your blueprint loan. So if you want a project, you got to make sure you're set up for it. If you're not set up, you're at the bottom of the list. That's how it works, okay? Because I can't deal with somebody who's not prepared when they've been warned and told what to do for over 12 months. So what do? We play the game, okay? Winning the game. Let's understand something. When I created this series, Winning the Game of Business, I was excited. I wanted to change the world. I wanted to tell everybody what they could do. Very simple. I'm driving a Lamborghini, East Coast College. I'm building a mansion in El Gale, California. To this day, it's called Race Manor. If you ever look it up, I designed it as a castle. And that was simple. I didn't go to high school. All right, it was at Orange Coast College instead. See, when I created that system, I was 16. What the hell did you do at 16? Look in the mirror. Just today, you're in check. Okay, you went, you played off, screwed out in school, or what? I had to get out of hell. I was motivated. If you ever want 5,000, 10,000, 100,000 a month, you better do what I ask you to do. If not, someone asked me the other day, what happens if I don't do everything you want me to do? You're out. You're out. I don't have time for repeating myself again and again and again. I'm getting ready to kick my ass and run. I need to run. I love to run. Today, you have the chance. It's auto income. Auto income. I didn't know to call it passive, residual income. I didn't care. All right? I was 17 years old when I called it auto income. I know I needed my money to come in. See, like today, I want you to focus, okay? You're going to have to get to the point you listen to what I tell you to do. After you close an escrow or two, you're going to want my help even more and more and more. Because most of you want to get to 100 million a year. I'll get you there. So what do we do? So we got some choices. First of all right, write down $sign here. Come on. This is your goal, okay? How much money do you need to pay your bills per year? Per week, per year, per month, okay? Basically, we're going to talk about $10,000 to $6,200 a month. Somewhere in between all of this stuff, you need an income, okay? I'm never going to say I'm rich because I don't want to be rich. I get tired of people going, you're rich, I'm rich. It's like one of the things I saw today on Facebook. It's not basically what you got, it's how rich you are. I can't wait to watch the IRS indict most of these people going, I'm rich, I'm rich, I'm rich. The verbal word is used against in court of law. When you say, I'm rich, you pierce your veil. If I was the IRS, I'd indict them all to prove my point. But that says I'm not the IRS. So, auto income. You're going to focus on one thing, income. You're going to focus on what? Income. Write it down to 1,000 million times. We're focused on one thing, money coming in to pay our bills. The American dream for me, and if you don't like it, it's just the way it's going to be, it's just what it is. Because I don't want you to think, really. I want you to just do what I tell you to do. That's just how it works. So what happens? You pay your bills. Your husband and wife, you're all happy. You're comfortable. Your kids are taken care of. You got a little extra in the bank. And you're not stressed. That's the American dream. Not being stressed. You see, being an entrepreneur is a pain in the ass. Like one of the things that you'll see, basically a video for me out there, says, I hate Christmas. I hate Thanksgiving. I can't stand it. Why? I never had a good one as a kid. It all sucked. That fat man never came to my house. But for my 6 kids and wife, hey, I love Christmas. It's for you. It's for you. Don't give me anything because I feel guilty when they do. But that's just what I have to do with my little demons. So again, what do? Your focus today, income. I want you to tell me the damn number. In the future, when we get together in these Zoom meetings, the whole team of your project, I'm going to ask you questions. You better be able to answer the questions. You're on check. Because if you expect me to help you to $100 million to $1 billion, you better do what you're told to do. I don't have time for it. What you've been doing most of your life. Sorry. It's just how I feel. So auto income is what we're going to do. Picture. Take it. Based on the income, this means simple, income. You have taken your personal credit to start a business, and I've always felt in the back of my mind that's called stupid. Why would you hurt your family when 90% of the businesses fail anyway? Fail. All right, sometimes 99%. All right, that makes no sense to me. I don't understand. And I'll say I don't understand stupid. I'm not saying you're stupid, you just fall stupid. I just do my little disclaimer because I think we all fall stupid. If you do what I tell you to do and line you up at the banks, they will give you 50 to 150. So that thing on social media is full of crap. I don't like lying crap, okay? All right, but that's what I see from there is lying crap. They will give you up to 150, okay? So again, if we position you right at Wells Fargo, Chase, U.S. Bank, all right, what, B of A, up to 50 to 150. What do we do with a line of credit? We put money into an escrow. Escrow. You, what did you do? You pissed it away, most of you. You pissed it away. What did you do? You didn't understand money. And that's the biggest problem you got today. You're going to put money in an escrow. These are my rules, and now you get to play my game this time. If I get you 50,000, you can spend 25. If I give you 75, you spend 50. 100, 75. 125, 100. 150, 110 maybe, if you're lucky. Based on what you put into escrow, you're going to close an escrow. I will not ever take money from people for escrow. those Ponzi's out there that I think all the time. Eventually it'll blow up in their face, which is done a couple times anyway. You are putting money into escrow. Your division owns that entity. You get a deed of trust. Deed of trust. You own it. Okay? And that's what it is. You own it. Forever, till it burns down to you dead. It burns down to you die. That's what it is. It burns down or you die. If you do it the right way, I'm going to try to teach you to do, you're going to leave it to your children's children's and children's. That's called an empire. As the Gettys did, the Firestones, all right? The Rockefellers. The other thing is you're going to get a blueprint loan. These aren't easy. American Express has changed the rules so many times this year, it's ridiculous. It's ridiculous, but we're going to follow the bouncing ball. So between what? Checkbook money, blueprint money. You're going to get into an escrow. What type of escrow? We'll give you 10 options. The options are simple. You will pick, all right, the options based on basically the down payment you can put into escrow. The rules I just gave you, okay? Could be EV charging stations, could be storage unit, could be laundromat, car wash, dry cleaning, fourplex, apartment complex, hotels to apartments, fast food, Wendy's or Jack in the Box are my favorites to play with. Gas station is always 7-Eleven gas stations, as far as I'm concerned with a store. There's your future, okay? If that's not what you want, then get that blank away from me, because that's what I go after. You have wasted so much time in your life. Wasted. Following the wrong dream. You wanted to accomplish, you want to get rich, you want to get money. That's the biggest mistake people do. They go after money. You know, it says the love of money and the evil of money, all right, what it is. This is not money. This is a Federal Reserve note. It's a legal tender. So we have to realize one thing. We're going to be trading notes in money. Write down notes in money. We get to play. Again, what do we get to do? Today, as I said, we have 50 escrows being lined up next year. That is $1,100,000. Okay? You're getting invited to be part of it if you're lined up, part of it. I'm going to accomplish it anyway. I mean, hell, I got my first billion through corporate structure at 21. What the hell did you do? I don't understand that. 2.6 billion, 26. 2.7 billion, 2009. Second largest advertiser in California for 32 friggin' years. So my credentials are very simple. It's just the truth. You'll verify it. You got to get off your assets and go get it. You got a choice. Okay? I'm going to get more pushy. I'm going to be more direct, believe it or not. Your goal is 5,000 to 10,000 a month. Then we multiply it to 100,000. Because you'll need 9 divisions for 9 lines of credit and 9 locations. If you don't have 18 divisions, you're the last of the list. You're left because you didn't do what you've been told to do all along. So we got to understand and be serious about this. I need you to basically step up to the plate and realize one thing. Partner with me is a checklist. Checklist. I want you to write this down, okay? And I want you to understand something. It's very crucial. It's crucial. If we're going to partner in a business next year, write every one of these down. Write them down, okay? I want you to record it in your memory, your recorder here. 10 months of, should be 12 months of coaching. That means every week, every 3 weeks, we're going over the same again and again and line you up asking your questions and make sure your position is right. Position is right. Today, I'm dealing with one of my clients on one of our coaching calls. His problem is American Express doesn't like him. He screwed up Chase as well. What's the solution? Since American Express does blueprint loans up to $250, and Chase is my favorite bank, how do we play this game? This man has to get a division of himself, a division of me. So if you're in that category, a division of me. You give me a problem, I'll give you a solution, I'll guarantee it. You give me a problem, I guarantee you a solution, okay? It's that simple. I have no excuses, neither do you. I'll put you in check. American Express Gold and Platinum business cards, you will need those. You have to have them, you have to have them. You have to have them. You have no choice, that's a blueprint loan. Personally, we want you to have them as well because they don't fluctuate. If you would have known the 29% rule you've heard from me since you've met me and didn't jack up the wrong damn card, none of you would have crappy credit, and half of you do. You screwed up because you didn't understand rules and tools. I've been teaching and preaching for 49 years. Where you been? I've been in front of people online, no problem. These don't fluctuate. You're going to hear that a million times. These are the division cards you get to daisy chain. Got your name on, like my name too. So what do we have to do? So as we play this game to win. Now, listen very carefully. American Express has changed their rules many times this year. First there was a resolution, then it was the bank, then it was this, and we actually manage people's American Express cards and authorization as a manager of the account. Now it's, we want to go into the bank account, we want to log in, we want to make your sign. We're playing the Macarena game. When you partner with me, when we go for a blueprint loan, I'm going to be loading 6 bank accounts that show well over $3 million in the accounts, in and out all the time. And I can show more, but again, we're only getting the 250. They're looking for 30 transactions. 30, all right? I have 3,000 a month transactions. I check 19 bank accounts every morning at 3:15 in the morning, every morning. So again, you're going to get a blueprint loan, but understand something. You're going to be added to a basically bank account. You're going to be added to what's called a sub-account. So write down sub-account if you're in partnering. This means you're going to be sent over to a Bank of America. You're going to assign a signature card. You're going to be on a sub-account, flat out. So when American Express wants to say, you got to make sure you're a signer on it, we're going to log in, call the bank. Let them call the damn bank. Every time in my life I've had a problem, I find a damn solution. Because problems are only one thing, people being a pain in the ass at. Find a solution for every problem. You will be on a sub-account. Simple, write it down. Shared office space. If you don't have shared office space at my location, you're not going to get it. I've been saying this until I'm blue in the face. The address of the line of credit and the credit card and the bank must match this address here. Here. These are my bank statements for you. All right? If they don't match, you can't get it. So if you're not part of shared office space, you better get on that damn phone. I only lease 12 feet at a time. So guess what? You might be out of luck. But again, shared office space. To match the blueprint loan and the bank account. Hear what I say. Chase, B of A. We position you for Chase and B of A. Those are the main ones. And also U.S. Bank and Wells Fargo. Chase will always be my favorite. Why? There's no interest. Up to 22 damn months for personal business cards. They never show up on personal credit business cards. They got 6 of those things, 6 ink cards. I want all 6. 6 of those cards is $400,000 of money. Because you don't want to run out of money to get the program going. So what do? Profit corporation, you must have 18 divisions. If you don't have 18 divisions, you're going to be at the bottom of the list. I need everybody to be at the top of the list. Everybody. Because I need 18 divisions. I got no choice. I need 9 lines of credit. I'm going to daisy chain. I'm doing the daisy chain process with you or for you. I don't have time for this. I'm going to line up a card. You're going to get this 9 divisions, 9 credit reports, 9 different things. So what do? You have everyone that's going to get to the point daisy chaining its own account. Profit corporation. For over 40 years, I said basically pay tax by a Lamborghini, pay tax by a Ferrari. That was simple. It was amusing as well, but the difference is outside the hotel, you all saw the Ferraris or the Lamborghinis. See, I'm not full of crap. Most people are. They'll rent when they take a picture. 21 cars in a collection. It's very simple. They're not my cars. But again, I'm going to make sure you do what I ask you to do about your car, your pink slips and everything else, and how you register things. I do not want you sued and screwed in part of a program. She lied. Client lies. She doesn't have a IRS problem. We close escrow. She's supposed to get $6,200 a month. All right, escrow closes and the IRS leaned her portion. She got $1,200 a month. And it's like, what happened? You lied. Until you figure out to offer and compromise, you're a lying sack of doo-doo. You lied. You could have screwed up the whole escrow for everybody. But again, we know how to sort that too. So she got her $1,200 for doing nothing. Understand? If I get you this, and you put money in escrow, you didn't put any money out of your damn pocket. You did to get your foundation. That's what you should do. But this is free money, and now I give you an opportunity to own a piece of something. Do you know how priceless that is? 2006, 7, 8, 9, people would wire me $100,000 just to get part of the list. But again, things have changed. Okay. You know, profit corporation. Again, pay tax, buy a Lamborghini, pay tax, buy a spaceship, pay tax, have a nonprofit. We are going to give back. We're going to help the homeless. We're going to help the elderly. The reason people live longer because they have to work longer. See, when I was 26 and got 2.6 billion of structure, I was afraid I'm going to die at 27 because guess what? When I was a kid, I watched everybody get fat, ugly, and die. Every time they retire, they get fat, ugly, and they die within 2 years or so. Fat, ugly, and die. I don't want that. I don't get fat, ugly, and die. Hell no. That scared the hell out of me. The more I gave, the more I get. We're going to help as we take Ray Reynolds' movement out there. Movement everywhere. Everywhere. We're going to change lives. Now, when it comes to you referring people, you disappoint me, most of you. You disappoint me. I can show every one of these clients that have a credit card, I got this, I got a better score, and what did you do? You gave me no referrals. You didn't shout out for me. All right? If you're going to do a Google review, I want it done today, not now, tomorrow. And you think that's not going to help me put you to the top of the list? Hell yes. See, I expect, all right, you to appreciate what I do because I appreciate you being here today for me. See, I'm accomplishing my goal. My problem is I need more soldiers because I'm only one person. I'm going for $1.1 billion next year, which I'm going to turn that into $1 trillion because I know how to leverage 3 times 10 times 5. So you better have your nonprofit. What do? Shared office space. You need it. Why? You can't get a blueprint loan without it, and the way I lined you up in the first place to close the escrow. We are the management company working with the management companies. This address is controlled by that. All credit comes from here. Dashboards are here. So you have to make sure you do that. And it needs to be done right away. Why? I'm limited to space. I lease 12 feet at a time. Okay? And it's like I got about 60 places left that I could do. And that's about it. And then I'm done. I don't want to be classified as a shared office space. I did that in a big building in Nevada, being the largest registry in the world, okay? And selling more courses than anybody on this planet. Today, you're going to be calling that number. Write it down. Write it down. The sales team and the specialists are waiting for you today. When we're done going blah, 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 you're going to call them right away. 800-254-9506. We got to get this ready to go, period. We have no choice. What happens again, I'm going to say it again and again. What do we need to do? Blueprint loans, okay, and partner with me and checkbook money need the same address, because that's how it works. Must use my address to make sure it's lined up because they're going to log into my accounts. You're on the sub account. You're going to be tied right there. If not, I can't do that with you. You're going to blow your blueprint loan. You're not going to get the ability to put money. This is up to $250,000, which if you put $200,000 in an escrow, that's the most you could ever do because I won't let you put more than that because I need you to have $50,000 as a safety. You will not back yourself in a corner this time, stressing yourself out. This time you'll be a little stressed and comfortable at the same time. Bank accounts must match this address, period. Understand that as we play. For all of you newbies joining, thank you for joining today. We're talking about partnering with me. We're talking about what you can do to make sure 2026 is not the lie you tell yourself every year. That New Year's resolution you never keep to yourself. This time, we're going to do it my way. I'd like all of you to get your tablet and pen ready to begin. Because we're going to talk about everything we need to talk about tonight. You, the American dream. First, every one of you, what is your income you need to pay your damn bills? What is the income? What is the income? You need to know your damn numbers. And most of you don't know diddly squat with your numbers. So you, spouse, or yourself, you do one thing. Your homework is simple. Every bill you got to pay your life. Remember something. Listen to what I say. Income is lifestyle. Income is lifestyle. Okay? Some of you live above your income and your lifestyle. You're like, ah! I want you to focus on income and lifestyle. What does it cost for you to live where you live today? What does it cost for all the bills? Listen very carefully. What does it cost for all the bills? Then you're going to add 20% to that. Add 20%. If you have a car, your car is going to be absorbed by the division of the corporation. Because I said so. You're going to listen. You're going to make sure you repackage yourself my way. When it comes to partnering with me, we do everything I want you to do 100% because all I care about is you saving your assets and nobody hurts you. You're going to bulletproof yourself. And then they sue you, it's a division, and you're going to say, kiss my assets. You're going to fight this time for everything you've got. That car will be absorbed to the corporation, so do not count it into what you need income. Corporation will pay the damn car and the insurance because we're going to change what you do today. Based on your driver's license, insurance, registration. I don't understand why people bring the damn pain home. I don't get it. Take that picture. 2026. I carry a $5 million bond. If you do 100% what I tell you to do, 100% what I tell you to do, you will get $5,000 on an auto income. That's the minimum. You should focus on 9 locations to get 100,000. It's a numbers game, people. Numbers don't lie, only people lie. And that's the bottom line of this world today. So you take your picture, you put that on your green screensaver of your phone computer, you put it on your refrigerator at home, you print it in color, you press laminate it on your desk at work. That's what you get possessed about. That's possession, okay? That's going, I'm going to do it till I die. I'm going to do it till I die. If you want something bad enough, nothing gets in your way. You do it legitimately, but nothing gets in your way. It's simple, okay? I'm going to daisy chain credit with you. Please write down daisy chaining. We have $62 million of credit cards. There's about 42. And these are credit lines and credit histories and everything else in cards. We're going to add history to you, your corporation, your divisions. This is not trade line crap. That's why I show real cards. Real cards. Trade lines are fraud as far as I'm concerned. Fraud. It's a bunch of crap, bunch of hooey. So we're going to go get the credit to get the money to get the honey. Structure builds finance and money. Structure builds finance and money. It's how it works. So we're going to play. This is live. If you have a question or two, you'll be able to ask that too. Auto income. In the beginning, I'll say, don't take pictures of certain things because why bother? There's so much in yourself when you take pictures, you never pay attention to ever again. Let's focus on what matters the most, okay? See it, believe it, go get it. When I was 12, at the Torrance Library, I basically was focusing, looking out the window. It was, to me, very simple. I get visions. It's see it, believe it, go get it, and that's how it works. I would see what I want, I would believe it, and I would pray to go get it. I've done that all my life. 100 million to billions and billions and billions. Why not? Why not? See, the goal for you is to understand how to play the game to win. And every time you hear some ding-dong say, white man can't jump, when I broke the record in 81, fastest and highest kick, remember, white men do jump. That's just called stupid. I like goodies. Every goodie you have and get, right now, write it down. You're going to make an inventory list. Yes, you are. Every goodie you have, I'm going to be talking to you about protecting the goodie or get it out of your damn name. Write it down, okay? So when we do this correctly tonight, it's very simple. What are we going to do? Let's watch. You're going after income, okay? Income. What is our goal? You have an LLC. Fantastic. Keep saying it's an LLC, a limited liability company. It's actually classified as a corporation if you don't know this. Okay, I got LLC. I don't give a damn what you have. Okay, sorry, that's just the way it is. You had LLP, you got S Corp, you got C Corp. Okay, you have a non-profit corp. You have a PC, professional corp. Let's focus on something today, okay? All we care about is we have a corporation. All I care about is what? It's a corporation. Write it down till you're blue in the face. A corporation is a legal person. A corporation is a legal person. Write it down. Don't just hear me this time. Get this in your soul, your mind, your body, your blood. You got to fight for this. Because it's not easy. You're going to get knocked down 1,000 times. You're going to get up 1,001. Your corporation, if it's named after you, I'm going to tell you to change the damn name. Why? Because that's called stupid. Okay? If your corporation says roofing, all right, or whatever it says it does, I'm going to say change the name because I call that stupid too. If it actually does business, that's stupid 3. Because I'm not going to let you get sued and screwed up. You're not going to get sued and screwed up. That's what you've had in the past. Corporation should always be neutral. A corporation should always be a management company. Put an M in the box. Don't watch me draw. Don't watch me draw. All right, what do? You draw. You have the ability to create a blueprint of success. I own the rights to that. I have to remind Tony Robbins to quit using it once in a while. 2, 4, 6, 7, 8, and 9, because I own the rights to it, period. You're going to understand something today. If they sue your corporation, they sue you. Your name is on Secretary of State's website right there. You're on the bank account. There you are, deck in the sheet. We're going to look at your house, your car, and all your goodies. Okay? Now, we're going to go on to the other side of the board. You're now going to write down, and I want you to write this down and do exactly what I ask you to do. I don't want you to think I want to clone me to you, SS5. That's right. I want to clone my knowledge into you and do you understand how to play. All right? Don't think, just do. That's what it is. As a kid, I'm one of the few, not one of the many. I had to convince myself that because they called me a piece of what? And I was retarded. Do you know what it's like when the grown-ups treat you like crap? And you got to convince yourself you're not crap? Because I had to fight through the pain. SS5 equals SSN. Write it down. Equals 1040 tax return. You will pay all the tax you have to. Write it down. You should write down, I will pay all the tax I have to pay. Simple. First of all, we have to dissect you. Why? Your car is in your name. I'm sorry. Your car's in your name. I call that stupid. You're not stupid. You're doing stupid. Today, your driver's license and your registration insurance has got your home address on it. 99% of you, until you heard from me, have your home address on all that stuff. That is called stupid. You're not stupid. You're falling stupid. You get in a bumpity bump at Sam's Club. And you're trying to be nice. Everybody's talking, blah, 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 blah. Shut up. Shut the blank up. Don't you talk. Ever. Take your picture, get the police report. Be nice. Be polite. But don't you talk. Don't you hand them where I live. Don't tell them where I work. And then they went to rob your damn house. You got to protect yourself and your family. If you don't protect your family, the reality is they're going to kick your assets. I need you to protect yourself because I don't want you in a lawsuit. Do you understand that? I want that changed to a what? P.O. box or my address here. My address here is fine. Put it all here. That car, I don't give a damn about the write-off. I don't give a damn about the write-off, neither do you. Because you care about the liability. The liability. We're going to absorb that car as a division. As a what? You need to do what I asked you to do because I'm going to bulletproof you 110%. 110%. You will have a division of you. All right, I have Ray Reynolds division. I have Ray Reynolds division. I have Ray Reynolds division. I have 3, very simple. Why? Why would I have 3? Write it down. You need to understand this. This one signs leases. Leases. Okay? This one gets supply credit to turn it into cash. This one actually builds credit. Whee! Because I'm allowed to. Did you write it down? Did you write it down? Nick, on my desk, you'll see what is called a Kubaton, and it'll be a black little pen. You see them in my pocket sometimes? You'll see right where my keys are and that little sign is. Please bring that to me. So let's understand something. If we're going to partner up, I need you to listen and pay attention because I don't want you to ever be sued and screwed up. You understand? Never sued and screwed up. Number 1 lawsuit is cars, bumpity bumps. Number 1 lawsuit, bumpity bumps. You are going to drive a company car. You're not going to own a car. Ever again. Okay? No, it's a black pen. It looks like a black pen. All right, and a silver thing. So let's understand. If I'm going to protect you, okay, that's how I feel. I've always said to my clients. I have to protect you even from yourself. This is just me. I can't help you 110% until I feel you're protected. You understand this? So I feel obligated, all right, literally, thank you, to do this for you. Obligated. So my thing for you is we're going to make sure you do it my way because your way sucks. How did I prove that? Your car's in your damn name. You can't write off diddly squat and then get to come sue you and screw you up. This stops today. Okay? The car has a registered owner. It has a lien holder. That car is going to be registered to one of these divisions. I need you to write it down. You ready to write what I'm going to say? I pray to God you are. I'm willing to lose a division or sacrifice a division, whatever word you want to use. Willing to sacrifice a division. Never my corporate, not my family. Never a corporate family. Hey, I finally got a family. You know what it's like eating out of a trash can? You know what it's like being used and abused? I want out of hell. That's just me. Nobody understands how I feel, how I hate holidays. Because I got nothing to remind me of good stuff. Besides my wife and my current kids. My 6 kids, my 5 daughters, and my beautiful son. Even my ex-wife cheated me on Christmas Day. So Christmas, that fat man never came to my house. So I got to celebrate for them because I love them. Hell, for me, I hate it. But that's just beside, I got to deal with that crap. So you are going to do what I asked you to do. Got it so far? We're going to play to win the game of business. You got an SS5. Most of you did it yourself. You went to the social administration department. They said line up here. I'm a sheep, I'm a duck. Go over here, fill out the form. Bah. Go here and turn it in. Bah, bah, bah. That's what you did. 99%, maybe all of you, I believe all of you in my belief. You didn't pay attention to the damn form. You haven't paid attention to anything you signed every day anyway. Yeah, let's just sign it in. Stop it. I don't get it. I do not get it. I got to the counter. Ma'am, this is SS5. Why am I doing this? This is SS5. Why am I doing this? Why am I doing this? Why? I kept saying, why am I doing this? Okay? She got so frustrated she couldn't answer the question. Let me get my manager. Okay, he comes over too. All right? By the time I asked intelligent questions, and I'm 14. I taught myself to read and memorize everything at 2.5 years old. I'm a weird kid. I'm ready to go learn, get the hell out of hell. I asked him intelligent questions. The only thing he could say is because you have to. This guy's an idiot, in my opinion, an idiot. So you got an SSN. Congratulations. Take your one out of your personal wallet today. You're not supposed to carry it with you. You only get one. It says do not laminate. Do not use for ID purposes. Credit cards in the 70s, 80s, they just threw them at us all the time. Didn't have to apply at all for corporations and everything we're doing. Didn't have to apply. It just came in the mail and it said activate the card, spend the money. Okay. So we're going to play my way. Okay. Your husbands and wives, fantastic. Okay. Let's say we have a husband, we have a wife, no problem. God made you one. Whatever you believe in, I believe it's one. You had a choice to have 3 divisions of you. 3 divisions of you. You did not choose to do that because you don't understand how to play the game. You did not take the time to research. You've been following ducks and sheep. So it's like, bah, whack, 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 whack. This is a line of defense. A line of defense. This is an umbrella. So is this. We're going to play my way because I think your way sucks. And if I'm going to get you at least a 10,000, 100,000 a month to $1 million to $1 billion, could you at least do what you asked to do? But again, no one's going to teach you what I teach, period. Because they don't know how to do this. All these social media and all these experts and all this blah, blah, blah. They never give you the truth. It's all blah, blah, blah. Car, what is it again? Registered owner. You're going to buy a house. House, fantastic. Here's a house. All right, husbands and wives, if you're on the loan together, I call that stupid. Why would you do that to yourself? You lose the house, you both get a 1099-C from the IRS. Now you get a credit problem and a tax problem. Cars and houses do not show up on credit files ever unless you screw them up. I got lucky while I was being used and abused as a kid and through school and everything. That's what I got to do. I was lucky enough to train Ken Yarborough, the security chief, a tier W and a superior. My goal was the oldest card. I created something called the 29% rule. Every card fluctuates but 2. I wanted the world to know that. No one wanted to teach anybody that at all. To this day, you have not heard it from anybody unless you heard it from me. All cards, they don't fluctuate. No, all cards fluctuate but 2. What did you do, most of you? You jacked it up, got stuck. A $10,000 card is worth $2,900. Write it down. See, these are the things you need to know when we get together in the groups. You better have your numbers correctly. 50,000, I can reach 29% rule. I don't want 2 of these. I want 10 of these. It's the oldest card, the 20% rule period, and we want 8 to 11 accounts. That's how it is. These don't fluctuate. These don't what? Now, because there's always some ding-dong like years ago. Do you really have the cards, Ray? No, old days, you just spin kick them in the face. These are my wife's cards. $100,000 paid over time limit. Paid over time up to $1 million. Or we can push this up to $1 million. But again, what do? American Express, they offer 99 more cards. 99. The Fair Lending Act, there are 12 acts to master in the future. Under that, they can give up to 99 cards. The reason I can do 99 cards myself under that is because of the address I have here, and I get to share what? 12 feet at a time. When I hit 99, then I have to stop. That's why I look at you and say, what are you doing so far? House, escrow, close, homestead, trust. What is it again? Escrow, what, close, homestead, trust. Hey, you know what a homestead mostly is? You didn't put an irrevocable trust, and you shouldn't have bought the house anyway in your name. And it should have been married person sold separate property, only one of you being a duck. That house needs to get a homestead and put in irrevocable trust. If you listen to someone online says, you don't need to buy a house, it's bad. The man owns 2 houses at $50 million. I wouldn't even spend that. That's ridiculous. Ridiculous. The house payment is going to equal to the house payment or the rent payment anyway. Why make somebody else rich? It offsets taxes. You're going to get a paycheck. We're focusing on paycheck. I don't give a damn what the world tells you about, will you rich? Worry about the asset, not the money. Excuse me. I'm realistic. I got to pay my bills. I got to look at income. Income pays my bills. Income. If I don't have the income, I can't pay my bills. Then we're all stressed out going, ah! Income is priority. Family's taken care of. Spouse, extra in the bank. We're safe. We feel okay. We're not comfortable 100% yet. Comfortable means not getting retired. The house, we're going to make sure we look at it again and put it into an irrevocable trust, and you're going to basically do homestead that property. If you want to do properties, like a lady I talked to earlier today, nice young lady. She wants to get houses and flip them. Okay, sounds great. I don't like flippity-dippity-doos. I gave up on that at 21 years old. At 17, I had 19 houses. Okay? 17. What did you have? Every flippity-dippity-doo gives you what? An income of $600 if you're lucky. Me, it's a pain in the ass and you have to fix it up. No, I don't want to do that. I'd rather get a fourplex or apartment complex. That makes more sense. But I want a management company to manage it. See, your problem with basically running out of property, you're expecting the person who leases the property, right, because they sign the lease here, to pay on the first of the month. You're expecting by the 5th of the month, the bank can take their portion and the leftover should go in a savings account. Unfortunately, you live all this, the leftover and you piss it away. And then when they don't pay, you're all screwed up every day. If you put it into an LLC, 3 of them, and they sue one of them, you lose them all. You just lost you again. Do you want long-term or half-ass term? Sorry to say it that way. Hopefully my wife's not going to hear that because she'll say, what did you say that? You're a pastor, honey? Because it comes out, baby. Goodies. Every goodie is going to be a division. Every car, everything you ever do is going to be a goodie. I learned it at 8.5 years old. What did she do? The devil's wife took my $52. Pop, pop, pop. I'm counting my money. I mowed yards and sowed seeds, clackers on my weekend. Every time there's a problem, I find a solution or ask a question, or I research so I find a solution for my problem. Savings bonds, I bonds, double E bonds back then. Okay, save the money. She told me I was paying rent, 8.5 years old. Rent? Are you freaking kidding me? She still charged me rent. Every goodie is a division. Write it down. Every property you ever want, every Wendy's, every Jack in the Box, every store, whatever it is, has a number to it. So we're going to do what they do. What do they do? Well, who are they? Let's do this. Come on. Okay? You're going to write the word bank here. Bank. They're bankrupting 21,000 locations. All the banks right now, currently, and the credit card companies are doing settlements, if you notice online, because they get to write off on their taxes. Ooh, that really hurt. So what happens is banks have a branch number. The branch number allows them to have a corporation owning a corporation. That's what they're doing. So what do? Over here, we're going to understand one thing. We're going to learn about tax balancing. See, the reality is you can listen to all the blah, blah, blah out there and the cowboy hats and the caps backwards and the t-shirts, all you want. I'll challenge any of them in open forum, just have some fun. So what do we get to do? This is the IRS. They're in charge. Banks are doing tax balancing. Your corporation is going to do tax balancing. You are going to do tax balancing. Your house payment. For 24 years, it's interest. The last 6 years, you pay off the house. That's going to offset that paycheck you get over here that pays your bills over here or over here. You're going to break even. You're going to learn how to pay all the tax you have to pay. You have a house, you pay road, fire, police, and school. It's called property tax. So every goodie we get, and as we go through this process, we're going to do what I want you to do because I'm sorry. I like you to tell yourself you failed. All right, today you fire yourself and get the hell out of the way. You're fired. Because if you didn't fail, but again, you did a great job. But what did you do? You didn't accomplish your goals. I think you listened to a bunch of ding-dongs. That's just my opinion. Sorry to say, but I think it's true. Partnership. The serious people are 12 months stuck with me. 12 months gets you, all right, 6 to 12 escrows closed if you do what you're told. 90 days gets you 1, maybe 2 escrows. That's about it. And everybody wants to upgrade after 90 days. That's great. Then they want to take what they paid and apply it to the total. And the hell no. You had your chance. This or that, pick it. If you did this one, you're going to pay this full boat over here. Why would I discount it for you? I'm not going to discount it. It makes no damn sense. You have the ability to partner with me. What does that mean? We're going to take the 50 escrows next year. You're going to get lined up, again, in escrows. Santos is going to have this with you, for you, and I'll be on the line with you, or Zoom. You're using checkbook money, write down checkbook money, or blueprint loans to get that money, period. Okay? And the bank will hand you the money. That one who advertises on that social media says the bank will give you money. That's crap. You're looking for a long term, not some BS loan. Again, what you need to do. Our goal is simple. Today, you're going to get out your camera, your cell phone. You're going to allow me to tell you what to do. Isn't that terrible? I have a lot of clients, Ray, just tell me what to do. I don't want to think anymore. I screwed it up too many times. Take your picture. You see, this is going to be your screensaver for your phone or your computer for this 2026, period. There's your screensaver. You print it in color. You put it in a refrigerator, your desk, or work. That I need to get possessed. We're going to use checkbook money, blueprint loans, and we're going to go get it. We're going to go get it, okay? If I line it up for you based on the money we get you and line it up for you, you're using borrow money, not to pay tax, to get an asset and an income. Corporation absorbs the money, 100%. You have to decide what your paycheck should be. What does it need to be currently? You get an escrow closed, you do not quit your job, you enhance your income. After the third one, then you can quit your job. Believe it or not, I've told 2 clients so far, if you quit your job, I quit helping you. Okay? Why? They're making the money, but they're not comfortable yet. The wife is not comfortable. Okay? You never make a wife uncomfortable, ever. A man who goes home, they tell her how his day is a stupid man. Okay? All right? That's your queen. Shut the blank up and bite your tongue and love longer. You don't dump on her. You don't hurt her spirit. She's your queen. Take care of your queen. My opinion. That's why my book called Bite Your Tongue and Love Longer. You got your picture. What do we get to do? Win the game of business. Do you have bank accounts that can show anywhere from $500,000 to $100 million? I do, you don't. What does that help you do? We're going to show bank accounts at like $500,000. We're going to show bank accounts with what? Money with transactions. If American Express wants to log into an account, you're on the sub-account, you will be a signer when we get ready to close escrow and blueprint loan time. You're going to be on a sub-account. That means you're going to the bank. I authorize you to sign on that sub-account, period, till we get that blueprint loan and close an escrow. We're going to get what they want. Every time they want to change the bouncing ball, we'll just change with it. See, we're for a fight. Nothing's easy. If you think it's easy, that's somebody else. Me, my magic wand's been broken forever. It's kind of bad. Whee! Doesn't work. I don't like BS. One of my books is BS doesn't pay your bills. So we're going to show them the money. and over 3,000 transactions. We're going to line up a blueprint loan. You're on the sub account, so if they want to see if you're a signer, hell, let's call the bank now. Let's call them now. Let's get ready to go. Again, what do you get to do? You take and solve all problems. Easy? No. That says they're offering you 99 more cards, 99. All right, under the Fair Lending Act, we can do that. I can do it too. What do? So if we play this game today, I need you to focus on auto income. I want you to stop trying to be rich. Please stop it. I think the world's crazy anymore. It's like the interview, how rich are you? I made $1 billion, oh good, look at me. Let me pat myself on the back some more. The IRS, at any given time, could indict every one of them and said, I'm rich. Look at me. One of the posts earlier is, it's not all the assets, it's how rich you are. I am the poorest person you've ever met in your life. All right, controlling millions and billions, because it's not my money. It's never been my money. I'm not stupid enough to say I'm rich. Corporate structure, hell yes. So I like you to understand, rich people are not really rich. Their corporations are. That's how they get their tax write-offs. Again, focus on income, please, in the beginning. Paycheck pays your bills, leftover, comfortable. Now let's go get the goodie. Let's get the line of credit. Let's get the blueprint loans and what? All right, the checkbook money. That's what we're going to do. We're going to take one of your cards or my cards, and I'm going to get you 9 more of them. When you're in this program with me, I'm going to daisy chain some of my cards with you anyway for the fun of it. You're not going to fail. Failure is not an option. We're going to do what I want you to do. I want you to win. Blueprint loan, American Express, $250,000. It's right there. You can take this loan and dissect it into installment loans. See, you got to realize, when you own the asset, you can play and refinance to do what you want. How do you get the asset? You got to put down payment. Do we want it 6 months, 12 months, 18 months, or 24 months? It's right there. We need to get a blueprint loan. They want to see $100,000 a month in and out of your bank account. If you have it all lined, you have to do that too. But then you're going to not have the transactions. You're going to not have the daisy chain. You're missing pieces. So you might have one piece, but you're missing the other pieces. You miss pieces, that's not going to help you. David got 240. Keith, 165. Dana, 125. Mary, 175. And Carrie got 210. That was lined up for one reason, to get them into what? To own a piece of a franchise. That's what it's for. If we work together, you cannot say you want the blueprint loan and do something else. I'm sorry. That I'm using my bank accounts and verified me for you, and I'm not going to basically do fraud to the bank. You sign an agreement, you're a partner. We're partners, period. I'm in every escrow. Every escrow I got 25%, period. If someone falls out, I take the other percentage they didn't put in. Or the other person can do the same thing and put it in there as well. So we're in it together, 100%. If you say you want the blueprint loan for someone else, I just cancel the loan, say forget it. Because it has to be for that purpose. That's what I told the bank. That's what you're going to do. Take your picture once again. You're going to become an auto income expert. That's right, auto income expert. Your corporation, if it said what it can do, all it can do is what it says it can do. It's like construction, plumbing, whatever. No. Management company has a plumbing division, structure division. These are divisions. A corporation as a management company can maintain and manage entities. It can manage entities. This entity is a Jack in the Box. Okay, here's a Wendy's. Here's a car wash. Okay, here's a gas station. See, every piece. Every one of these things have a number to their location, and they're doing what the banks are allowed to do and everything else. So if we build a blueprint of success, what I designed in my series in 1976 when I was 16, because Tony Robbins might use blueprint of success and I own the rights to it, we remind him he doesn't build you a blueprint. Motivation's great, but I always told him he's missing some rules and tools. What do? I have 50 escrows lined up for next year, 50. You want to play, you have to do what you're asked to do. Simple. $1,100,000. Simple. Bank accounts, blueprint loans, and everything must match this address here, period. If it does not match this address, I cannot use my account for a blueprint loan, can't use it for checkbook money, and I can't help you. We're stuck. It's just stuck. We have to make sure we match every piece that they're wanting to do. It's like from there as we structure this. Have to match the address, and that's the key thing. So, list. Every phone call with me, every 3 weeks, is going to talk about your list. What's next, what's next. When I lined you up like I did for Rose, to get over to Chase and get the personal and business card simultaneously. Why? Manager can do both at the same time. Manager. All right, Chase has a 524 rule. We've got to be careful with that. So write down 524. When I line up Raul to do the same thing, I'm going after gold and platinums this week for him. I got to use this address here because we got to focus on that blueprint loan. The blueprint loan is not going to be issued unless it's this address to go through our accounts to show the real dollars. Daily, weekly, and project lists. That's what the goal is. So you get me holding your hand 6 days a week as it is online, classes on Friday and Saturdays, and every step of the way, every 3 weeks, you're stuck with me. There's no guessing. There's never any guessing. From there, what do? Boring and steady. I believe you've been driving by your opportunity all your life. You drove by that Wendy's since you were 5 years old, and now how old are you today? Storage unit, laundromat. Wendy's, someone said the other day or last week, someone had business. Out of the 6,500 Wendy's restaurants, only 300 have been screwed up. That's less than 4.5%. It's a numbers game. You buy the ones that are successful. You don't buy the losers. Again, the glass is half full, not half empty. Boring and steady. You will be called a puppet master. You will be on a Zoom, or probably once a week with me, at the Puppet Master Club. All of us will talk to each other, interact as well. If we want to, we can get you more projects together as well. But again, you will become a puppet master. You will focus on what the goal is. The goal is 9 divisions for 9 lines of credit. Okay, literally 9 locations or whatever it might be. My programs are always planning to live and also planning to die. What if you die? Okay? I believe you're not set up to die. I believe you're not planning. I believe your lack of planning is your stupidity, and you're not stupid. I think you fall stupid. People pass and go to a better place. And the problem with people when they pass, all right, you get a house or some money, and you get stuck in a probate. Probate is wrong. Okay, but again, that's because no one planned. Okay, you're going to write down the word or here, or, and you're never going to use the word and. You're going to remove that from everything you ever sign in the future, especially your husband and wife. Because if one passes for the other can't sign, they're already gone. Or allows them to not get stuck in probate in a lot of ways. So what would you do, okay, if you're in a coma and you had 3.7 billion of structure, all right, and someone stole all your crap and goodies? You want to come out fighting and screaming your head off. What would you do? It's like God had a different plan. I guess his plan was to, it got up to millions of billions and show the world and help people, and then boom, it's all over again. What do? Got to build it again. At that point in time, it was give up or start over and rebuild. What's the goal? Give up or rebuild. Well, I got a wife and 6 kids and, 5 girls and a boy and grandkids. I'm not giving up. This man, we see these people on the street every day. Some of them really need some help. All right? A lot of them do not. So again, it's like they had, Fairview State Hospital, Fairview, Costa Mesa. Lisa, a friend of mine, who was a nurse there. The crazies they let out in the 70s and 80s. They should have left them in the hospitals. People need hospital. The crazies do. That's just the bottom line. But again, this guy's not crazy. He's lazy. He makes $210 a day by carrying a stupid sign, wearing his jammies, and lying to the world. I lost my job. I got 2 kids. Lose your job, go drive Uber, Lyft, DoorDash today. When you got a house or apartment, you live with mom and dad. It's cool. The church will give you the food for the kids. So we got to cut out the BS. You will have a nonprofit because your nonprofit is going to get grant money, Trump money. It'll offset taxes. It's very simple. 3 divisions of me, 5 closet divisions. Let's focus one more time, okay? You will have 3 divisions of you. I have 3 Ray Reynolds, all right? This is for signing leases of buildings. All right, this is for basically what? Getting supply credit to get to cash, and this is building a cash report. I had 3 divisions of me for that purpose alone. Okay? I lost 3.7 billion by going in a coma. Coming out with my wife and kids in the car. Walking with an oxygen tank for 8 months. Like I'm 150 years old, not allowed to drive. I built 1 million of credit in 6 weeks. Bought my wife an extreme house. Why do people stay down? Because they don't know how to get back up. Why do they screw up their credit and then drop the score, can't get any more? They don't know that either. They didn't realize these fluctuate, these do not. The lack of knowledge is our stupidity. We're not stupid people, but we follow stupid all the time. So today, that corporation is going to repackage your life my way. Kind of like Humpty Dumpty. We're going to rebuild you my way. You're brilliant, but you're missing some pieces. My way is going to work because I'm going to guarantee it. I carry a $5 million bond. It's very simple. I follow through in everything I've ever done. Because if I don't, I don't feel comfortable ever. You're going to plan the problem from now on. You're going to plan when someone bumps your car. You're going to be prepared where your driver's license, insurance, registration is a P.O. box or my address here. You never tell somebody where you live. That's called stupid. You're not stupid. So that needs to be changed today. Driver's license, registration, insurance. Today. You're going to plan the problem. If we have a problem at any given time, your bank's bankrupt locations called branch numbers. They bankrupt branch numbers, stores. We have the United States of America Incorporated. It's very simple, 50 corps, 50 states, and even cities or corporations. They filed bankruptcy called Chapter 9. They set that up in case they have to fail a division, which is actually what? A city is a corporation. They bankrupted in Chapter 9. Bankruptcy is public record. If we have a problem in any piece right here, we're going to disconnect, isolate, incorporate. You will have some bad pieces. You'll have some bad tenants. So if you have these LLCs and 3 houses, good luck, because I'd say that's a no. That's just my opinion. Houses should be divisions, because if something goes wrong, they slip, fall, and sue and want to screw up everything, we get rid of the bad piece. We're willing to sacrifice a division, never the corporation in our family. Winning the game of business, my first series that I put out there in 1976. I thought I created the cure for financial problems. I still believe to this day I did. But how do you get the world to listen? Well, Winning the Game of Business came out in 1976, first version, then we went to info commercials. I was 16. How old were you? I never went to high school. I would have wasted my damn time. I'm driving a Lamborghini at 14 and a half. What were you driving? Ooh, beep, beep, beep. See, again, I'm kind of unique and weird. My next series was Books for Dummies. That's what I wanted to call, but that was already taken. I called it the Blueprint for Success, the Millionaire's Founder's Kit. I created the first blueprint out there. You can go through your history and find that out too. Blueprint for Success, I own the rights to that. Joanne taught me about blueprinting when I was in the first grade. She watered Apollo 9, 11, 13. She was a NASA engineer, so that's what she said. Everything was built by blueprint. Okay, what do? You are going to help me. Every one of you are going to help me, and you're going to help me with the kids. Every kid in high school and college is going to get one of these. You're going to make sure they do. That's your assignment. You're going to give back. The more we give, the more we get. This is a free download to everybody. You're going to take a picture. You're going to send it to everybody you know that has a kid in high school or college. We're going to give them the rules and tools, how to set up their file. And I will set up their file for free. I'll give them their first credit card as well. Simple. It will not be a Capital One secure card. It'll be off my dashboard, or it'll be an Open Sky card, which is Capital Bank. That's what we need to do. We need to change the next what? Generation. The Ray Reynolds movement is going to be out there next year, and I want to move this world before I die again. So you got a choice today. Simple. You, sorry, it's probably true. You sit at the kitchen table with your friends and family. Honey, we're going to start a business. Oh, goody. We're going to jack up our cars, drop our score, get stuck. Hell, can't get any more. We're going to hawk our house and bring the pain over you and me and be stupid. Well, that's what you did. I've been screaming and yelling to the world since I was a kid. You don't have to bring the pain home. You never had to. You never had to. These fluctuate, these do not. What card should you jack up when no blankety blank day? It's up to you. Your choice. When I help rebuild you, our paralegals will help you. I do not do credit repair. Credit repair is a fraud. All right, they write letters and not lay kind of crap. They're supposed to have a $100,000 bond minimum, registered in a nonprofit 501c3, and I'm standing in the Red Rose University, and it has all the above and not more. So when the rapid rescore is out there, it blocks crap. Rapid score for your mortgage companies. All right, I created that with Harold Stokes and Ken Yarbrough 48 years ago. Rapid refresh. I did it. Nobody else. I did it. So that means if you listen, you might learn a couple things today. That is a division of me that maintains a 750 score. 750 score. So no one tells you what I cannot do. They don't size me up and say, you learn the value problem. They gave me that crap in the 70s and 80s, part of the 90s. Division process. We don't bring the pain home. Like I said, you signed a what? SS5 equals SSN and 1040. That's your tax return. It's right in front of you. We have to realize that social administration is part of IRS as far as I'm concerned, in my opinion. The SS4, 1120, read it. I want you to understand, if you do your research, you'll find out the SS4 was created as a universal form. Universal. They say do not use what? Social Security card. IRS, what? Don't carry with you. Or no ID purposes. All right, don't have laminate. Simple. Well, this says employer identification. Employer identification. Well, it says right there, apply identification number. It says entity. What's an entity? It also says employee. It says what? All right, an individual person. A person. Are you a person of flesh? Ow, 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 ow. So a tax ID was created for employer. It was created for an entity or you. Your first paycheck. And the check you get today. If you work for somebody else today, same thing happens all the time. Your paycheck. The IRS gets their cut, you get the leftover. That's how it works. You did the job, they get their cut, you get the leftover. And you got to pay the VIG, you got to pay the house. That's how it works. Again, you got to change it. They're in charge. Each division eventually will have a tax ID. My dashboard in 1987. Our training, Ken Yarbrough, having fun. We wrote a book called File Segregation. When it was done, I did not like it. I did not like it. Okay, this allows me to use an SSN, SS4 right there, right there. On the behalf of something, corporation, division, or subsidiary. We have the choice. Your divisions will have credit files because I'll set them up for them. Your corporation will have credit files as well, cash, credit reports, Experian, Chargio, and Equifax. This is my dashboard in 87, designed it that way. NACB says I'm the #1 consultant worldwide. Okay, goody. See, Credit Karma during pandemic said 42%. I wanted to sue them because it was wrong. I don't like wrong. I don't like stupid. It's always been 29 is green, 30 is red, or 30 is yellow, 50 is red. It has not changed. It has not changed. But what do? We never bring the pain home. I want you to understand something. When you start getting auto income, the problem with some people, they get carried away. Look at the money, honey, we can go spend. No, stop. The reason I slow people down sometimes is like Rob Gordon was in his room and he goes, I want a Lamborghini. No. Okay? Oh, and then my corporate needs went, no. Okay, a division will get a Lamborghini when you're doing $5 million a year, period. $5 million a year. Because then you're going to pay tax. IRS says $5 million above is small company still. All cards fluctuate. We were going to create debt to offset taxes, not stupid debt. We're going to be smart about it, okay? So what do? The car you drive today will be absorbed by the corporation until you get a new car. All cards fluctuate, but these do not. The American Express Gold and Platinum, 18 years ago, I kept pushing, and I believe it's because I pushed them to do a POT time. Very simple. I call it a dummy card, and they call it a dummy code. I think that's where they got it from as well. Someone in American Express says they named that blueprint loan after me. I don't know if it's true. Who cares? These don't fluctuate. So when you jack up these cards here and you drop your score, you get stuck, can't get any more, jump up and kick yourself in the asset. You followed stupid. You did wrong. You forgot your damn sticky. What do you need to do? Stop it. Knock it off. You have a right to understand one thing. As a man and a woman, we got a woman and man up. We got to take care of our families. These don't fluctuate. No matter how you jack them up to $1 million or the POT time. You're going to maintain 750 with the discipline. You're going to make sure your spouse or your friends, all your people around you, you're going to tell this to. You're going to get them to an event with me. Every one of you are responsible to help me, my mission. The movement of Ray Reynolds getting out there to change the world, you're going to be part of it. You're part of it. That means today you better blah, blah, blah and tell the world about me. The more you help me, the more I can do what? Help you. If we help each other, who gets to win? Everybody wins. Chapter 18, look at it. Illegal person, it's right there. Who put that in the law book? It's public record. I'm here to be shaping attorney. Who put it in the law book? Supreme Court said a corporation is a legal person. It's right there. Right there. Okay, but I learned this when I was 7.5 years old, not possible. Going to a poker game, listening in the corner. It says may sue or be sued. Let's understand, may what? Sue or be sued. The bottom at 9.5 years old, I felt wrong. I thought it was wrong. And I realized it was wrong. I'm 9.5. I sent away $10 to the Secretary of State of California. I sent it away, $10 money, that's all I did. I don't know what I'm really doing. I'm listening and learning, and I'm connecting the dots at the library for 2 years. But I sent $10. Do you have $30 today? That same corporation is nonprofit today in California is $30 versus 10. Most of you spend thousands of dollars for a corporation. I call that stupid. I believe you didn't learn diddly squat. Diddly squat. Do you understand that? You spend thousands to an attorney who's practicing law and got it right yet or something? It says not required to. This is Business Professional Code 17983. Write it down. Right, you're going to use this a lot of things, even equipment up to $1 million. It said not required to. Not what? Required to. That bothered me. Again, today, if you're jacked up on your credit, you're going to go, what do I do? Stop it. There are two versions of winning the credit game. There's one you can download for free to talk about personal credit to rebuild, no problem. Today, you can scan that scan code right there. So you can get one of the books about rebuilding you. Again, that's up to you as well. So what do we have to do? I want to change the world. Can you help me help you and help other people? You got it so far? We're going to change the world. All right, I'm going to call it the Ray Reynolds movement because I want to change the world before I'm dead again. I want to live another 50 years. We'll see how that plays out. Read it. Here's your problem. You didn't pay attention. The left-hand corner says SS5. SS5. Name to be shown on card. Name of birth other than above. SS4. It's right here. It's right here. So when I connected the dots, I could see it in my head at the Social Administration Department, and I'm going, this is IRS. This is IRS. And I go, why are you lying to me? I understand what you're trying to do. Okay. The SSN equals 1040 tax return. There it is. Paycheck. They get their cut. I get the leftover. Here we go. Ba, 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 ba. Quack, 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 quack. Ducks and sheep. The SS4 allows your name there. You could have 3 of you. 3. You had 3 chances to try. As long as you're trying, you're not dying. If you're not trying, you might as well be dead. That's what I've been saying for years. So let's watch. The banks, they have a corporation owning corporation called a subsidiary. That's why a lot of ding-dongs, you need all these LLCs from Nevada, Wyoming, And by the time you've wasted $20,000, $30,000 and you're broke, you're going, what do I do now? Then you show up here a little pissed off and you want someone to help you, we do. And then some of you still complain about that too. What do we do? Okay. The application for employee identification number is right there. Okay, legal entity, that's what it says. I'm just reading it. I'm not here CPA attorney. Or individual person. Are you a person, yes or no? So if I create an entity under the corporation, and I have a management company, I'm acting like the bank or grocery store, and I can also protect myself as well. This is called a corporate umbrella, not a corp owning corp, it's corporate division process. I invented division process in 85, 86. That's my creation for me. What do we get to do? It's very simple. Every entity, after we daisy chain credit, what's what it means? We get these, and then we're going to ask for up to 99 more. Okay, we do not want a separation of billing yet. When we ask for a separate billing, they'll ask for tax ID or social security number. Again, you have 90 days to do that. They'll tell you that up front. The SS4 equals 1120. It's right there. Debt follows SSN SS4. Let's understand this. Banking and credit what purposes? Credit and banking purposes. So this was designed for banking and credit purposes per entity when we need it to be. Today, you as a person of flesh can do a sole proprietor and get tax ID for yourself. You know that too. We all can. That's how it was designed. It was designed this way. Unfortunately, you never paid attention. Sorry. I think we're a bunch of ducks and sheep. There's no reason to bring the pain home. So let's understand what this means. This can give us a second chance, but you cannot have any intent to do fraud. All right, what happened with the Witness Protection Program, they did CPNs. Then another company went there to sell CPNs and ripped off all the creditors and just made a mess out of everything. But it's as bad as Wells Fargo that it got indicted so many times in their life, and they just paid 21 or 2.8 billion last week. See, they've been indicted for $100 billion, but they're still in business. Ooh, that really hurt. Wow. Ooh. They don't care. Banks write it all off on their taxes, especially towards the end of the year. So today, we're going to look at that dashboard one more time, and we're going to play my way, my way. I want you to not bring the pain home. I designed that in 1987, by the way. So let's play it my way for a while. If we're going to play for next year, 2026, and I'm going to push you and pull you up the hill, that's what it takes, because you're not going to screw up my 1,000,000,001 escrows. What does it say? SSN, SS4. See it right there? On the behalf of a person, a corporation, a division, or a subsidiary. Banks use corpse to corpse. Cities do the same thing, and so do states. So here, it's a credit file. It is basically set up for a division of me. If you're jacked up on your credit today and you're screwed up and you think, what am I going to do? Stop it. You're going to have a division, okay, that'll sign leases of buildings, okay? You'll have a division that gets supply credit to turn into cash. You'll have divisions you will build credit to, cash credit to it. You will have 3 divisions of me. 3 divisions of me. That's what you need, because that's what it takes. I didn't sign the lease of this building. It's Ray Reynolds, the SSN. I'm not stupid. It's Ray Reynolds, the SS4, because I have divisions of me. Again, what do we get to do? So maybe you just don't understand or get it yet. My dashboard sets up instant credit reports as long as you have no intent to do fraud. If you have the intent to do fraud, I'm the first one in court to testify against you in a court of law. I've been saying that for 49 years. You will sign a release. You have no intent to do fraud, using my knowledge to screw up anybody else and take advantage of them. Because I don't want that on my back because you screwed up. I need you to pay attention now. When I take my credit, live cards, and I add it to your corp or your division or to you, that's what I'm going to do. Okay? If I do a division of you, I'm adding my card that I call a dummy card. It says optional. I have 90 days, listen carefully, before I have to put a social or tax ID to that account. I got 90 days. American Express will tell you the same thing on these cards called expense cards. 90 days, I need social or tax ID. 90 days. So we have a window of 90 days so I can add a card or get 4 cards or build supply to cash. Then we're going to give them a tax ID. Is that okay with your tax ID? It's going to be up to you. It's optional. What do? The address must match here. The address must match here. Okay? Because I'm using my credit from here, not where you're at. Plus, your address, you probably already screwed up the credit there anyway. As you rebuild it, again, it has to get past that go. Address screws up things, by the way, if you don't know that. So the address here is nice and clean. There's a division of me. 757 going up and aboard. No, that's the way to do it, up and away. So if you want, we can help rebuild you that way too, if you're stuck. Because being stuck sucks. It's just the way it is. Take your picture. I came out of coma, and that's just in the story and all the blah, 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 and the crap that day is very simple. Okay, from the bank to the house and all the pieces, everything was stolen. My wife knew it's time to go to work. Okay, go to work, that's me. I had 10 Rolexes with about $3 million at the time. I wear a shirt that matches the car, then I make sure the watch matches the outfit as well. That's just me. So I had 10 before. Now I don't have all 10. But what did I do? I had to sell one of them because that's the one I was wearing presidential at the hospital when I was in that damn coma. Best Buy. I went in with my division of me and I asked for instant credit. I got $25,000. I need a computer and a bag. I got to figure what's left in my life. It's all stolen. From here, what am I doing? Positioning. They sell Visa gift cards. There's a little square that goes to my cell phone. I got to find out what bank accounts are left if they didn't steal everything. My life got stolen. That sucks. But again, you got to be careful with those Visa gift cards. If you run them all at once, you're going to get locked out, and you're going to have 7 months to wait. So learn the rules and tools. I obtained through the credit $53,000 of credit. That can take supply, turn it into cash to reduce debt. I'm just trying to gather cash to find out how to get out of hell again, because I got there, then I get to fall, then I get to go again and again. So again, supply turns to cash. I need you to pay attention right here. Everything I say you should pay attention to. Every application for the last 18 years for cash credit, United States of America Incorporated, has division process on it. I got them to do that 18 years ago. Unfortunately, I went to coma, and we went to a pandemic and slowed us down. It says company does have DBA. All right, does the company have a DBA, yes or no? They're asking you the damn question. You don't even know why it's there. It's for the division process. Company does not have DBA or does. So that means the division can get credit by itself or together jointly. And what do we get to do? It's a formulation of a daisy chain of credits right there. It's right there. A division of me, again, can get a credit card, a house, or a franchise. This way we never bring the pain home again. You had 3 chances to try. Unfortunately, what did you do is you brought the pain home instead. If we had a bad entity of ourselves, we could bankrupt it. We could bankrupt them all and go get another one, no intent to do fraud. Husbands and wives, we have to keep things separate when it comes to money and finance, because we don't want them both to be screwed up at the same time. We don't want us both to be screwed up at what? At the same time. The goal is never to bring the pain home. That Lamborghini there was through a division of a corporation. I guaranteed it is a division of me. The payment was $6,900 a month, not counting service and insurance and all this stuff. If you have a Lamborghini, it costs you $10,000 a month. Simple, 10 grand a month. Just understand that. Lamborghini was a division of a corporation. If I have a problem with the division, and we have a house, whatever piece, I'm allowed to do the 3-step that I created for myself. Disconnect, isolate, incorporate. Now, I've been teaching this for 40 plus years. I don't know why you haven't paid attention to it. Some of your clients for 30, 40 years. Anyway, what do we get to do? We don't need to be stressed. We don't need to bring the pain home. We get another chance, like the banks do, the cities, the grocery stores, and all the people around you, the rich and famous, to do. But again, with no intent to do fraud. A division of me, I'm going to add the first card. I'm going to set up the credit files. I'm going to set up the credit files. If we're doing one for credit purposes, or is it for supply to turn into cash, or is it basically to sign a lease? If you have jacked up credit, debt, we're going to go here, supply to cash. We're not just going to do this one. I'm going to tell you which one I'm going to be doing for you based on your credit situation. I'm not going to do all 3 right away because I don't want to make sure you kind of screwed up. This is to sign leases. This is supply to cash. This is a cash file. I'm going to add the first card. I'm going to set up the credit files on my dashboard for you instantly. I'm going to give you the articles of corporation. Why do I want you to have a corporation? Because if you don't have one, you didn't create a legal person. You can't be one under you because you're a legal person of flesh. You doing division of you is still you being you. Corporation, separate entity. Corporation owns entities, the division process, we get separate tax ID. If you have the corporation, you don't need it, you just do a division of you. And I'll show you how to do that, and I'll prepare the forms for you as well. Not only will we prepare the forms for you, we'll set up the credit files for you too. Tax ID for the division. I'm going to be adding this division setup to it, which means I'm adding the credit files. I'm putting the Experian, Treasury, and Equifax in place, and I'm adding a card to that division under your corporate or the corporate I handed you, and all you had to do is pay the filing fee. I want you to have a backup for a backup so you don't bring the pain home. You see, as a kid, not having a real family and all this BS and the abuse and all the crap, I didn't know if I really wanted a family because it just scared the hell out of me. Why would I want that to hurt somebody else? No. So I had to rethink my thinking and design me. I got to make sure I don't bring the pain home like you. And you shouldn't do it either too, but it's up to you. So I'm going to set up the credit files for you. I'm going to charge you $1,000. It's simple, $1,000. I'm going to do that for you, and you're going to pay the $1,000. People have paid up to $10,000. What's going to happen is if you use my address here, And that's, again, I got 64 left anyway. And from there, I can't sell any more addresses. From there, you're going to go to a workshop for 2 hours. This workshop's in the next 2 weeks, right after Thanksgiving. You're going to go to a supplying to cash workshop. We're going to spend 2 hours to make sure you understand this in the process. Even when I do the work for you, you're going to do this, okay? And go to the workshop to understand it. If the workshop, all this included, is very simple. Well, the office sells for $2,000. That's fine. But most of you are in a partnership with me. So this is what you're offered tonight. This is tonight, not tomorrow. I will not let them sell it, period, as it is. So if you did it tonight, it's very simple. So listen to my words, okay? I'm going to do all 3 divisions of me tonight, all right, for $1,000. If it's done tonight, $1,000. If you don't do it tonight, then the salespeople can talk to you tomorrow. It's up to you. All right, all 3 divisions of you. We're going to do this the right way. What's going to happen is very simple. Division of me, get it to your head. You're going to say division of me. If I say me, all right, I actually means you. Got it so far? The car was a division. Guaranteed is a division. Every lease you sign a building, like I did, you sign it as a division. You don't sign it from you and your SSN, it's an SS4. We're going to understand every piece of property is a division because we don't know who's going to slip, fall, and sue us and screw us up. We're going to protect our assets. From there, money. Money come into the SS4 is to receive money without tax. Understand? You got your paycheck, it's taxed, you get the leftover. Corporation receives money, no taxes due, till it has leftover. That's why it's designed that way. To daisy chain credit, there's 113 ways to do that. 113 ways. To take up to 99 cards off one card. Again, you have to learn how to play the game to win. But no intent to do fraud. Okay, that's very crucial. The Hiltons, the Gettys, the Kennedys, the Firestones, the Fords. My favorite was the Rockefellers, to be honest with you. Why? Because they knew how to let their children be part of the empire without having to pay tax on this probate crap. All right, the difference is, why would you ever let your children pay probate and tax? We're going to plan to die. We're going to plan to live. Corporation's a legal person. I was 7.5 when I heard that. Library time, that's what I had to do. Simple. The lie that you tell yourself every day. Corporation protects me, peekaboo. You guarantee the lease of a building. You guarantee the credit card in the car. The division of you can guarantee that instead of you, but it's up to you too. From there, we got choices to play the game to win. Do you want to win or do you want to lose? How many times in your life you felt like you were losing? Okay, it's very simple. We all feel that way. Your assignment today, if you have a corporation, is check out SOS. Write down SOS, Secretary of State, if you're in California, ca.gov. I need you to check your corporation because you have a problem. Your problem is you put your name and your address on the officer's list. Name's okay. Your home address is called stupid. You're not stupid. Change it. Every state sells you on a mailing list. Change it right away. You're going to set up a line of defense called a division. What I invented in 85, 86. Been teaching and preaching 49 years about that. Simple. A C corporation, if you don't have one, I'd like you to start C. Because if you screw it up, you just walk away. Supplying cash credit. Very simple to do. If we make money on the C corporation, we will convert it to an S corp. All corps get sued. They sue the person who founded it on the bank account anyway. The S corp, you're going to get familiar with the 1244. You're going to understand a corporation manages entities to protect the corporation and the family. It's very simple. You're going to write down this form here now. It's 55, it should be 2553. So 2553, simple. To elect a corporation, these are IRS codes. Public record allows you to turn it to S. Again, that's what you do. The LLC is a limited liability company classified actually as a corporation as well, if you don't know that. Your LLC will actually turn into an S corporation because you'll mess up the money anyway, so this way it cleans it. Very simple. What do we do? The problem I have with LLC and corporations is you have this book. And everybody goes, you need an LLC, you got to get this to the trust. I wear my cowboy hat because I'm really a stupid idiot. I say that out loud? That guy just talks out of his ears. That's crap. Sorry, I like to go on stage and just tear him apart, knowledge to knowledge. This has minutes and bylaws. Okay? This has certificate of ownership. It's in your possession. You're the managing member. They're all in your possession. 3 questions in a deposition. You're the duck and sheep. If it has divisions, the divisions are the duck or sheep. So if you learn to play, you learn to win. Got it so far? But it's going to be up to you. We played the game to win. That's our ultimate goal. Division gives you a line of defense. A line of what? Defense. Defense. Because there's always some turd trying to knock you down anyway. Plan the problem, like I said before. The nonprofit, you all have to have a nonprofit. If you're partnering with me, flat out, okay, next year you have a nonprofit. This year, because it's filed. All I care is it filed the damn thing. I need it filed. I need it filed. Because I need this year to be there, so next year we go for grant money. We're going to get some Trump money. We get Trump money, winning the game of business. What do? Your nonprofit is going to help offset taxes. Instead of pay tax to buy a Lamborghini, you pay tax to get a spaceship, you're going to pay tax to get a nonprofit. When you fix up a house, you're going to turn it into hospice. That's right, because that's up to $100,000 a month. We live longer, older. That's why we have to take care of the elderly, because they're living longer. They're not dying. All right? The government says they should have died. Duh. The difference is, as long as we stay active, our minds, we don't die. We live longer. So what do? Hospice, elderly care, transportation, food delivery. Do you know a nonprofit corporation can do 4 times than a McDonald's does? The first thing, we're just caring about income. Is that correct? So if I got a paycheck from nonprofit and profit, what do I care? I got a paycheck. I get to feel comfortable my bills are paid. They work in conjunction anyway. We get to have fun. But it's up to you. You have state, city, and federal grant money. Let's go get some Trump money. Trump money. I have a workshop every 11 weeks on that too. The federal exemption to get a nonprofit right now is averaging about $12,000. Go ahead and pay somebody. Good luck with that. Okay, if you go to my workshop, I might teach you how to do it for free. Short form, long form, I might give you a cheat sheet too. What is the goal? How about no probate, no tax? My son comes here on Saturdays and tells the world he's been the vice president since he's 5 years old. He's 12 now. As long as he says that more than once in over a year, then guess what? It became true. So he's the vice president. If I die today, he takes over. We don't have to worry about probate and all that BS. If you build a legacy and your children take over the legacy, nothing changes hands. They're just managing the legacy. If we do that from generation to generation, what happens? Firestone, Gettys, and Hiltons. Maybe people can pay attention today. Now, write down irrevocable trust. I want to make sure you understand all the pieces tonight if you're going to play with me next year. Irrevocable trust. UCC1, write it down now. UCC1, international, on what? Lord, for what? Asset. Your house has a deed of trust. Your car has a pink slip. United Commercial Code 1, the entitlement of ownership. We're going to make sure all your assets and you inventory your house today. You take a picture, every room in your office. You make an inventory list. Simple. We're going to make sure it's on that list because we want to know where it goes when we're dead. That's what you should be planning today as well. The irrevocable trust, working with your corporations in conjunction. We're going to play my way for a while. There's only 10 cards to get anyway, only 10. The rest, I think, suck. Sorry. There's 119 creditors I'm affiliated with. Okay, whatever. I only like 10 of them. If I get you the 10 over here on personal credit, that's 100,000. That gives you 29% utilization, 71,000 for safety. These don't fluctuate again. What do? Then we get 100,000 to $1 million to the corporation in each division. That's the goal. We're going to finance the American dream and write it off on the taxes because, write it down, borrow money is not taxable. Borrow money is not taxable. Division process. I'm going to tell you the minimum is 18 for profit, non-profit. Like it or not, it's just 18. Why? If I want 9 lines of credit, the bank gives me 9 loans, and I buy 9 houses, we know that number is 18. So if I have 9 divisions for lines of credit here, and I have 9 loans, I have 9 people that can slip, fall, and sue me and screw me up. So let's make sure we understand it's 18. It's never changed. Numbers don't lie, only people lie. This is a line of defense, a line of defense. So 18 is the minimum. If you want an apartment complex or a fourplex, you're going to have subdivisions, write down subdivisions. subdivisions. So if 18 is 36, based on what the business we go after. If you're prepared next year, we're going to see what happens when you're not prepared in certain things. That tells us what opportunities to limit you to. You're limited to these opportunities because you didn't have the division process to get ready to go. You got your 18 and that's it. Okay, we know what project to put you in. We know what product to put you in based on lines of credit. 18 and 36, we know there's more products we can put you in. Again, when you get to subdivisions as well. This is in my books 40 years ago. When I developed division process, it's a corporation division 3, 2, and 1 more. That helped me create 16 million of credit. Each division got to finance itself. And that's what it should do in the future anyway. Because that's how you build credit. Each division has credit file. That's the goal. Problem I had in 1988, I had a big problem. I got 53 million of credit at the time. They're shrinking my limits. What do I do again? I didn't have the cell phone to ask questions in Siri and AI. What did I do? I went back to the library. C-191D said I could loan out money privately. And that's what I learned to do. Private money. I took 3 matrix and I created this way. And the simple thing for me is I took 4.6 million of credit first. 4.6 million. That was the goal. 4.6 million. I dissected it into pieces. So let's understand a couple things that happened back then. They're shrinking my limits. I don't like it. It's upsetting me. You know, what am I going to do? Now, the notes. Listen carefully to the notes. If you do real estate, you're going to want to master Homestead Blocker. Write it down, Homestead Blocker. UCC one-shot of mortgage. I invented those too, by the way. The assignment of mortgage. I created that in 1989, by the way. All these forms have been out there because I created them years ago. This was $1 billion of notes behind this. $1 billion. And I created those things during this process. So the $1 billion, this is 1989, by the way. So if we're going to fail or someone's going to knock us down, we're going to be prepared to get rid of that piece. We don't bring the pain to the corp or the family because that's not acceptable. What do? So this is a nice guy. I have a prison program. People coming out of prison, I have 16 right now coming out of prison, I'm rebuilding their lives. This is Thomas. Thomas came out of prison after 26 years. He says nobody will help him. He wanted to get a dump truck. I said, use? He said, no, I'd like new, please. Took us 6 months. Brand new dump truck, but he couldn't get all the contracts. Until I said, you need a nonprofit to market. See, he put on the back of the truck, 10% go to the schools and the kids. He got every contract then. It's all marketing, it's always been. $26,250 weekly. Is that okay? All right, over $100,000, this is per truck, by the way. The Lamborghini, not my car. Here's the keys. It's very simple. It's not my car. But the license plate says RR University. In the back, on the side of the door, says Ray Rose University. Boom, boom. Have a bad day, just get in the car and turn on the engine. Makes me feel better. So again, it's what? Again, what? A division. Here's the Diablo. Well, I got 21 cars in the collection at a time. Why not? This shows you exactly leased to a division of the corporation right there. Why would I want a car? That's called stupid. Why would I do that to myself and get a bumpity bump? I got to plan the problem because some trader wants to knock me down and cut me off on the freeway. This offers 99 cards. When I build 3 divisions of you, I can use 99 cards for every card. But again, if I don't have 99, I don't have anything left, so what do we get to do? We're kind of stuck. So the bottom line is very simple. All right, does it work if you rent an apartment or condo due to not having a house? Well, number one, what I would tell you there, house and rent, what happens for you, it all works, yes, but you're the tenant, okay? Eventually, let's get you a piece of property or a house. Let's go to pathlight.com. Write down pathlight.com, because that's what I did at Coma, okay? They'll actually hand you the house of your dreams, like they did for my wife, and lease it to you, and then convert it to a mortgage in 12 months. See, problem for solution, it definitely works as an apartment. But the goal is, as you're in an apartment, what are we going to do? Repackage you. The time you buy a house, you're not going to buy that house, ever. I'm sorry, this is just, you asked the question, I'm going to tell you the truth. Anybody who buys a house in their name, tell the whole world it's their house because it's public record. They didn't do the homestead or the trust. I call that stupid. Then they buy it husband and wife. That's called double stupid. It's total income. Doesn't matter where it comes from. Single, married, sole, and separate property. You buy it to a damn trust. Nobody knows it's your house. That's how you buy a house. All this other stuff is blah, 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 as far as I'm concerned. There's no reason for blah, blah, blah. So at the end of the day, we get to play the game to win. So Nick, do you need that thing on the screen anymore? We answered the question. A pack of 10, what does that mean? 2006, 7 and 8 and 9, I get $1 million a day in sales. A day, even more. People who actually wire $100,000 to me 10 times a day plus. I'm building them $1 million of credit. A pack of 10, okay? Here's a pack of 10. Would you like 10 American Express cards? Would you like 10? It's simple. Okay, if I get a pack of 10, and that's one card, turn 9 more as a courtesy card, what am I going to do? I'm going to take this expense card and I'm going to separate the billing when I'm ready to. When I'm ready to. That pack of 10 can turn into $1 million in 90 days. That's why I tell people, be careful. Because a pack of 10 is scary. What would you do today with $1 million if I handed it to you today? What would you do? Okay, I believe you'd piss it away. The first thing I hear crowds always say, I'm going to buy a house and a car. Rob, quiet, I don't want that Lamborghini, it's the division, not you again. I want a Lamborghini, stop, till you get a $5 million company, period. See, if you had $1 million today, your problem is you. All right, you've already proved you pissed away money in the past anyway, right? You piss it away, it's like ridiculous. What you would do, let's watch. Okay, come on. $1 million, okay? The banks borrow from the feds times 3, times 5. This would be a reference of 3. If I reference this 3, that's $3 million. I can show you how bank account, CD, credit line of credit, and a reference of 3. Simple. The reference of 3, now they give you times 5. Okay? That's $15 million like I've done for 3 of my clients who won the damn lottery. I didn't have them bank the money in their trust account. That was stupid. I had them put a division themselves. I had the bank account to borrow against it. I don't understand stupid. It pisses me off sometimes. So again, the investment group, the LLP with me, I'm going to ring the bell at the stock exchange this next year, just for the fun of it. I'm the expert of auto income because I created it. We do, I do, you do. That means you do it all. I'll teach you how to do it all. There you go. If I do it, then I'm your CFO. You're going to elect me as a CFO in writing. I'm your chief financial officer. One of them, you can have as many as you want. And I'm going to basically be your attorney in fact as well. It means I have power of attorney. When you go to the bank, you put me damn on that phone. I'm going to tell the banker what to do. Yeah, I'm going to tell them what to do. We're going to have fun because you're nervous. Or I'll just do all the work for you anyway because you're not ready to be an entrepreneur. 2026, what does it mean? This time you're going to keep your promises to yourself. You're going to keep your promises. You think tonight, it takes 38 steps to reach your goal. It's all that's ever taken, 38 steps. We have to process knowledge 8 times to memorize it. That's what we have to do. It's how God made us, very simple. Now, for me, I can just tell you what I did at 17 and a half as well. I had 19 houses, corp to corp, and eventually a division process. After I invented it, no problem. I went to an event, they sell cell phones. So I'm looking for all opportunities. We all are, okay? Cell phones. The speaker said the cell phone makes an average of $300 a month, no problem. He said it's $1,600 for a payphone in its route. I stood up in the crowd and said, I'll take 10. I have my line of credit for a secure Pacific bank right in my hand. Here we go, I'll take 10. No problem. It's a numbers game. Numbers don't lie, only people lie. This lady, I kept going back to these events, kept complaining. She was just a piece of, okay? She's complaining. It only made $280, not $300. He said, up to $300 a month. It's a numbers game. Ma'am, let me buy your routes. I ended up buying up to 22,000 routes of payphones. See, it's a numbers game. That was $6.6 million a month. Is that okay? I brought in my first billion through corporate structure at 21. Hell, why not? First million, 14 and a half, just for the fun of it. Because you got a choice. But I break records in everything I've ever done. That's me, kicking the light out at 13 feet. It not only indents my skull and my head here, hit it so damn hard. Fastest kick, highest kick on planet Earth, by the way, in 81. Okay, let's understand. White boys do jump. White men do jump too. All right, people saying stupid all the time. Every goodie I've ever obtained is a division or bought through a trust. I will not put something in my name because I call that stupid. There's always somebody trying to steal it. Would you like to own a piece of a car wash? You do a damn thing with it. I got 2 of my clients. You need a car wash to laundromat new. Well, that's nice. They bought my books years ago. Who do you think wrote the first book on all this? I did. Car wash. Would you like 25%? That might get you about $3,200 a month. Is that okay? If you get more, maybe you get $6,800 a month. We could play the game to win. All right. What would you do if you have today $1 million? Johnny West. Invest into a corporation. All right. False or true? Johnny, if you don't put it into the corporation, you can't leverage it. Okay. This is the problem. If you put the $1 million into the corporation, you piss it away. Corporate bank accounts eat money like it's nothing. If you don't leverage it, let's understand what leverage means. I now can take that 15 million, borrow money is not taxable. What is it again? You've watched rich and famous people do this all the time. I explained this to Warren Buffett 38 years ago, having a damn root beer float. All right, at a diner, that's fine. Understand, $1 million into the company. If you keep spending money like they're all in Shark Tank, they're all broke or they need to sell their business, they're making no money. If they would leverage money, borrow money is not taxable, you can keep growing the business. When you spend it, it's gone. If you don't leverage, come on, half of you, if all of you pissed away money. You gave it to me, I would have leveraged the hell out before you spent it. Money grows, it's a product, it's a tool. You spend it to buy that, now you're broke. You're waiting for the income. It's like someone who fixed up a house. You fix up a house, flippity-dippity-do, and now you're broke. You're waiting for the income. But then what happens? Say you don't pay on time, then the bank screws up, and you're looking for the leftover to what? Pay your bills? That leftover belongs in a savings account, and you leverage the money. You don't spend the money from that house. It's $600 to $1,000 if you're lucky. It's ridiculous. Fourplex apartment complex. Ken, would you like a piece? A piece. Would you like a Burger King? How about a Jack in the Box? I got my first one at 19. Isn't that fun? We buy ugly too. I like ugly because it makes money. Simple. All I can do is tell you right now that 22% of the people watching me right now online that we're partnering with been clients for over 40 years. 40 years. Okay? As we did the 2-day event about a week ago. 3 of them for over 40 years, one's 26 years. Linda and Dwayne, what did we do? Understand, just like you. She spent $2,600, all right? And so what she did, she spent $2,000 first. Then it's $26 a month on a card. We rebuilt her personal credit because she wanted that done, her and her husband. All right, we did that in 185 days. The truth, they didn't write stupid letters. 450 and 368, that's a year. But she got a blueprint loan off Amex cards, blueprint loans, okay? It's 240. She didn't get to 250. Okay, she got 240. Now, the deposit. Now, this is the Hyatt Hotel in Texas. You can verify this, okay? You can Google it today, no problem at all. So the Hyatt Hotel, $200,000 is the down payment. My question to her is, would you like 3 people to each give $50,000 plus your $50,000? I offered I'll be one of them. They're the 2 people as well. Would you like a partner into that project as you're playing the bouncing ball? Her answer was no. Okay. So monthly income for all her things she does, $187,000. Now created $344,000 on a month. This became $6.4 million. Again, what do you do? So you don't have to hear me tell you more about Linda. All right, you can take a picture, and she'll tell you exactly what I had to do with her to help her since 1986. But that's the goal. There's your picture. She'll tell you that every time her CPA and attorney told her to do something, she'd say, no, Ray said this, Ray said that. And you're training them too, by the way. So again, what do we get to do? Her project right now is about a $27 million project, as she said. Is that good or bad? What do you think? So you could have a project like that as well. It's now called the Blueprint Apartments. It's right there. All right, I was told she named it after me. Isn't that fun? Oh, goody. Now, you're going to be what again? A puppet master. A puppet master, okay? But again, it depends what you're trying to do. One of my clients wants to put money in the stock market. Well, I think that's kind of dangerous. I mean, I used to carry $5 million in my petty cash account, so I put $1 million in Bitcoin in 2009 when it started anyway, just for the fun of it. Now, look at what I went down this week. Oh, it's doing this. It's kind of like when people piss away money. 21 cars in the collection, okay? 2.2 billion of real estate at the time, having fun. And if I'm wearing a black suit or black watch, it matches the car. I'm wearing this shirt today, the watch has a match. Same thing here. But again, that's 1,013 divisions. I don't know who's going to slip, fall, and sue me and screw me up. I'm going to overpackage myself because I don't want to bring the pain where? Home. I finally got a family. What do? Boring and steady. I have to blueprint every one of you. I had a call with 2 people today just as a favor for Rob. That's no problem. I do things for Rob. He does things for me all the time. People need some real help. What they really need is an hour on the phone with me. It's a blueprint. I'm going to talk about past, present, and future. Okay, I'm going to talk about good, bad, and ugly. I want to find out if they have a problem with American Express or Chase. Do they have a tax lien or a bankruptcy from the past? I need to know this. I need to know if we have a family, husband and wife, and kids. I'm going to teach you to plan to live and enjoy life and plan to die. That's just me. The corporation, what kind do you have? Do we have 18 divisions? If not, we need them right away. Liability is everything. 18 divisions is the minimum. The irrevocable trust, because we plan to live and plan to die. We connect our dots. That's the ultimate goal, by the way. From there, the car is definitely a division. Please never have a register owner of a car for you. The bumpity bump's going to get a lawsuit, and they're going to try to take everything you got. House will be bought trust in the future, not through you. All right, when I put in my book, understand, I wrote Financial Freedom, Cash Flow Free per Time in my book in 1976. I wrote that. Okay, we've had people copy my stuff all my life. Well, it's cash flow free per time. Again, the ability to play. A blueprint call with me is usually $5,000. Office sells over $2,000, as you know, if you should know. I give it away for $9.99 if you're on a webinar with me. When someone buys it, they get half price because I'm not on commission. I don't get a paycheck, and that's the way it is. I don't want a paycheck. That's how we play the game. If you partner with me in something, I do blueprint calls for free. If that is a Zelle during the webinar, you save 10%. If it's during the webinar. If the webinar's over, you blew it. Simple. From there, it's free if you partner in a program with me. That's the ultimate goal. I had a problem in 1984. In 1984, in the mail, I get a letter. The letter says I have to pay $800 to $1,000 per corporation. So one of my first questions is, are you incorporated in California? Because we're the most taxed state in the world. In my world, it is. So again, it says $800 to $1,000. At the time in '84, I have some Shakey's pizzas, Subways, 31 flavors, shopping centers, satellite store, all these pizzas and everything else out there. That could be up to $1.2 million just on franchise tax fee. It's called Road Trip. I went to Sacramento. Can I create an entity under a corporation? All right, I asked 2 departments in Sacramento. See, in the back of my mind, I look at the SS4. I looked at chapter 18. I can see this in the visions in my head. That's how I see things all the time. And I can see, not required to, this allows an entity to get a tax ID. If I can create a form, I have now a division process. So I kind of formulated in my brain. This form said husband and wife and partner. They said I could create a form or modify one. You're going to have one of these, and you're going to be number 4, A. I'm going to be number 4. I'm in the escrow with you, and I facilitate the escrow with you and for you. You never give me money to an escrow. You put it in damn old escrow. Nobody should ever take your money that's invested money, ever. Okay, that I call the Ponzi. This money here would go into an escrow. Escrow, you own a piece. This is how you get auto income forever. Unless it burns down or you die, it stays forever. And if you do it my way, it's going to be left to your children's children and children. That's the ultimate goal. Just like they did for In and Out. All right, like they did even for Carl, so he screwed up as well. So the goal is simple. If we need a B and a C, we'll do that too. Would you like 25% or 75%? Do I need to have a certain amount of money in the bank? Well, the reality is it depends if you don't, based on the average balance. Understand average balance. Banks want $3,000 to $5,000 in the bank account revolving in transactions. If you partner with me because you don't, if you have it or not, I do. So we get to use my accounts for you as well. That's the goal. We use my account if you need it. Again, that's just another thing we have to do if we need to, but it's up to you. But if it's standard, all right, we want $3,000 to $5,000 in the bank. All right, we want basically transactions all the time. And they want you to have a personal business card with them. That way you line it for the line of credit called checkbook money. Either way, we're going to accomplish the goal. That's the ultimate goal. Again, what do? Well, I've been doing this since 1987. I've created millionaires and billionaires. By the way, I've also incorporated 3 presidents of the United States of America, by the way, because it's fun. Your corporation's profit and non-profit will need, all right, Dun & Bradstreet. You will need to help me help other people. Because my mission is, my journey is to change the world. That's the goal, that's the mission I want to do. If I help you, can you tell 10 people? That's the goal. If you did, you would have made $1,000 tonight anyway. So again, yes, you play the game. You register the people you know into the HubSpot system, and you get 10% Zelle, check, or even store credit. A goal to win. As a kid being used and abused, it sucks. All the people would go, how you doing, little boy? She knew Mrs. Hope was using and abusing me. She didn't give a crap. Nobody did. So not to give them anything, they'd always say, how you doing, little boy? Always good. My response, you ask me a question, is always good. Under my breath, thank you, Jesus. I had some mindset. I will always say always good. In my events, when I'm at the Honda Center in this March coming up, the whole audience is going to do one thing, always good. You got to fight through that pain, because you don't let it tear you down ever again. Always good. We play. We have a TV show coming up next year. You want to play some more? Maybe you'll be one of the guests. We'll play. If you like me, Google review me. If you don't like me, leave me alone, please. Not everybody likes you, and everybody likes me. It's how it works. I just tell the truth how it is. So again, it's up to you as well. The Ray Reynolds University, I'm standing in the building right now. What do we get to do? We get to rebuild your mind way a little bit. I think that's important to all of us as we play this game. What are the costs after the initial payment? Well, it depends what cost you're trying to talk about. What are you looking to do? Okay? I mean, again, you're looking for costs. The difference is, are you looking for profit, nonprofit corp? You want to do partnership? You want to do 3 months? You want to do 6 months? If you let me finish, guess what I'm going to tell you? What it's going to cost to play with me. That's the ultimate goal. But I need you to understand all the rules and tools. Federal Trade Commission says credit repair is a fraud. They indicted Daniel with the credit repair cloud. Be careful. A lot of people doing credit repair, they have to be licensed and bonded in a 501c3. They don't have that. Be careful, please. Because you should be rebuilding your credit the right way without telling a bunch of lies. Take a picture there. This is a free download for the world. It's called Winning the Credit Game. Winning the Credit Game. I've been giving it away for free for 40 years. All right, that's what a lot of people are using anyway. So take a picture, give it to the whole world. Simple. That's why you have the rules and tools for the credit and credit bureau to tell the truth. Because the goal is, whatever I collect in dollars, as someone's asked how much it costs, that's for the office and the employees. I don't get anything out of it. That's not my mission. That's not my dream. So again, what do? By using my address on a rapid rescore, it pushes it up. Because if you have bad credit, or you jacked up your credit cards, you kind of damage your address you're at today. So the address can help you. That's what I did for the 3 divisions of me, right there. The address makes sense because the credit cards are here in the bank account. If you don't have it, then I'll connect the dots with you. What we should do is understand debt crisis intervention. Okay, we should get a copy of the Fair Debt Collections Practices Act. See, years ago in the credit bureaus, you had consumer credit counseling. One of my companies, by the way, if you don't know that. So here's basically the Fair Debt Collections Practice. What happens to solve a problem when there's a debt. Here's a library. You can find it on TikTok Shop as they're setting that up, and you can also find it on Amazon.com. So there you go. You can scan and get some free books as well, and get some other books. What do they cost? Hopefully they cost $1 million. Now they're kind of reasonable. Today, we have to understand something, okay? Credit Karma does not give you all 3 reports, and that's a mistake. Because Experian would not deal with them. They said that years ago. So Credit Karma has been indicted 6 times. They've basically been indicted 6 times again. No phone number to help you, and they don't have Experian.com. All right, I need Experian to get you Chase cards, personal business, or lines of credit. Analytical has all. Analytical is cheaper than signing up for Experian.com, by the way. They're going to show you exactly what needs to be done. Chase is very important. So you scan it, you sign up. They're going to analyze you the first time for free. Okay? When you sign up for $25 a month, that's what it is. They're going to basically show you and call you. This company's going to call you every 46 days. They're going to tell you what's next. What do you do next? They're going to babysit you till you get to 750. They also help you Dun & Bradstreet, Experian, Treasury, and Equifax business reports. Their app will be at the Apple Store this next year, so you get to play the game to win. Hopefully you'll scan it, take and sign up today. That way you get the $25 a month discount. What do we do if you have a corporation? What kind do you have? How many divisions you got? You don't have one, let me give you one for free. You pay your filing fee. This is all you have to do. We play the game to win. A corporation's allowed 4 things. These are Ray's rules. These are my rules. You do whatever you want. You do what you want anyway. Buffer tax, no taxes due till we're profitable. All corporate credits are write-off interest rate and credit card. So if we finance the business, borrow money, it's not taxable, offset the tax and the debt. That's why you don't want to piss away that $1 million of money. You want to leverage it first. Debt offsets taxes. The car is fleet price, the hotel is free buffet. What do? 7 things for divisions. The line of defense are cheap, multiple functions, potholes are price. All right, simple. Every division, once it's daisy chains credit, has its own credit file. So we can finance another $1 million. Every piece of property should be a division. That creates a line of defense, by the way, because you're going to have a tenant that doesn't want to pay. You have a tenant that slips and falls, try to sue you anyway. So the bottom line is protect yourself. Never bring the pain home. There's the goal. If I take borrow money, again, get it to your head. It's not taxable. You're going to buy your lifetime income. Should be fourplex. Should be Jack in the Box. Should be McDonald's. Should be a Wendy's restaurant or a storage unit or a laundromat or something. Auto income. Question would be to all of you, do you want to be a millionaire? The answer is usually yes. The answer should be no. I don't want you to be rich. I want your corporation to be rich. 9 divisions for 9 lines of credit, 9 locations. That's 18. That is $100,000 a month if you do what you're told. Would that be okay to get $100,000 a month? That's $1 million too. And then build up and away some more. That would be the goal. As we play, the goal is to repackage you like Humpty Dumpty. Divisions. A division, if I set up to my dashboard, I'm going to add the 3 credit reports and a tax ID, which we'll get when we need it to daisy chain credit. Each division is going to cost you about $1,000. They're not cheap. We build a line of defense. Very simple. This shows you the office giving you 3 with or without credit, 9 with or without credit, okay, or 12. So take your picture so you know what they're going to charge you if you want credit to each division or not. There's the fee. All right, someone's asking about fee. There you go. Very simple. Tonight, I was going to double the numbers, but I'm going to do more than that because it's half the fun. Okay? So, like I said, 3 divisions of me tonight are $1,000 because I need you to do them before we run out of time. Divisions. Okay, we double the numbers. That means 6. That means 18. That literally means 24. Tonight, we're going to get basically 9 divisions for $1,000. It's like $100 each. There you go. There's your discount tonight if they were done tonight. 18 will be $1,500 if you did it tonight. Your ability is to Zelle. Your ability is to call the office right away. And that would be the ultimate goal. I would always say Zelle, Zelle, now, now, now. You got specialists that are waiting for you to call. They're watching this as well to make sure, because what I do, I change these things and fees all the time. I make them up as I go as the founder of the company. 800-254-9506. 5% fee if you use a credit card. And these prices are only good tonight anyway. Some of you want $25,000 in credit. Okay, we'll build that for you. Would you like it personal or business or division? You tell me what you want me to do, because I'm going to take my history and about $62 million of credit and build it right away. I don't have any excuses. The difference is people have excuses. What do? They charge $2,500 per every $2,500. Tonight it is $19.99. During this webinar, because most of you are partners with me anyway, I'm going to tell you I'm going to give that to 3 times as much. $19.99 gives you $75,000 of credit if it was done tonight. Not tomorrow, not next week. That's tonight. So you get $75,000. I'd like to put $25,000 to you and $50,000 to the corporation, or maybe $50,000 to the division. But again, that's going to be up to you as well. If we were to Zelle, you save 10% on the Zelle or use a card. $50,000 of credits, $5,000, normal 10%. Tonight it is $3,000. You save 2. And if you did it tonight, you're getting $100,000 of credit. I will double that number for you. If it's a Zelle, you save 10%. If not, you use a credit card. You use 5% more. That's up to you. $100,000 of credit. Very simple. Normally $10,000. What do we do tonight? I'm giving it away at $5,000 if you want me to build $100,000 credit. If you want that tonight, and what's going to happen tonight, if you wanted $200,000 of credit, okay, you're going to do that for additional $2,000. So what it's going to be for $200,000 of credit tonight, it will be $7,000 if it's Zelle. You save 10%. If you use card, you get to charge 5% more. That's what you get tonight because you're a client and going to partner with me. You get one heck of a discount. That's the goal tonight for you. It's a Zell, always good, and it's a now. And you can call the office right away and make sure you do it today because before they leave in 20 minutes, tomorrow morning, the offer is off the table. Tomorrow, most people will be worried about leaving early. They'll get here and their first thing is, what time can I leave? In other words, they're going to screw off in the morning. I hope they don't, but I see it most of the time anyway. 800-254-9506. What is your goal? Tomorrow morning, you're going to get up an hour early because I asked you to. I'd like you to focus on your me time, okay? Because that's what I do. I'm up every day at 2:25. I'm usually here at 3:15, ready to play. Lately, for some reason, I'm getting here at 1:45 in the morning, excited to go to work. But that's because I'm having fun helping people. The goal is for you to be a puppet master and get division process. All right, let's see, 75,000 in credit in 1999, that's right. It says 200,000, who can you see the message and recording on? Okay, which shared office space level do we get? Well, shared office space here, if you use my address, I'm going to use that for almost everything you do. Here's our problem. Your corporation, you maybe have good or bad credit. Okay, that's no problem, or you got to rebuild it. My address is clean, my credit is here, my dashboards are here. So that shared office space you use. Again, depends what pieces you want or all the pieces you're missing. Let's say you have half the pieces, you just get the pieces you need, but it's up to you. That's why the specialist can break it down for you as well, it's up to you. Shared office space, I want it because if I'm doing 3 divisions of you, one for basically signing leases, one for supply to cash and cash credit, I don't want to use your address at all. My card is being added to your file. I'm setting up the credit reports, it's clean as can be. As I build it up in a way, you can move it to your address if you want to, but I'd move it to a separate address, you haven't screwed up. Make sense? Here we have basically 1,013 divisions. Boring and steady should be the goal, boring and steady. I never wanted to run a company, but I came to the largest satellite manufacturing distributor in the world, what we did. Donut stores, cleaning companies, all this other stuff. Napa printing, Sir Speedy printing, all these things. And basically we had the mailbox, etc. Do you know who sold it to Federal Express? Maybe you'll figure it out when you're looking at me. Let's play my way. I like to win. Do you understand how to win the game of business? Never allow basically the world to hurt you and kick your assets. Division process for everything you do. Why? Because we're allowed to file a bankruptcy under the Federal Protection Act and say, kiss my assets too. Nobody hurts you when I'm done with you. If you play my way, is if they do, it's a division process. Why would anybody bring the pain home? I'm doing $1.1 billion next year for the hell of it because I want to, as my 50th year helping people. It's my last year. The employees will be the coaches in the future after that, after 2026. So if you want to play, that's what I'm doing next year. You want to play, you got to make up, you step up to the pay we were missing today right away. I would like you to think about, again, we go back to basics. $6,200 is usually the average, or $10,000. This is what a family needs, a family of 5, to pay their bills on a monthly basis. Know your numbers. Your lifestyle is your income. Your lifestyle is your income. So understand, we have to understand how to balance that, understand where we're at, and then where we want to go. From here, monthly income should be $10,000 to $1 million. But again, it depends where you're trying to get to is where you want to go. We're going to take a Chase or one of the 4 banks. They're going to give us a line of credit. Whether you hear on the internet and blah, 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 you can't get it, that's BS. The bank should sue that person for opening his fat mouth. Because when I try to sign up for them, I got these brokers calling me 62 times a day. They don't even loan the money, they're brokers. It's a joke. We're using checkbook money, we're using blueprint money. You're going to write money to an escrow. I don't want that money ever, ever. All right, we're not building a Ponzi like other people do. $25,000 in an escrow, there's 4 people, 4. I'm one of and they're the 3, 4 of us. We're gonna get up to $3,200 a month after all the bills are paid. Laundromat, car wash, dry cleaners, got it? But again, if that's all you got, that's all you're gonna get. If you wanna get to the big ones like apartment complex, you better have those 18 divisions and subdivisions. No subdivisions, you won't be prepared. You'll watch other people go to these meetings and doing $100 million a month to a year, and you're going, what didn't I? Because you didn't set it up. $50,000 storage unit 4-plex. 4 of us. $5,600 up to that per month. Now we have to put more people. We need more deposit. $75,000 times 6. Okay. Up to $7,500 a month and positive cash flow each. Now I got to put more. I need 100,000. So I'm going to take and put $1 million in a project, $1 million bucks. We might have to put 100,000 plus. What are we going to do? We're going to take it from the line of credit. We're not using cash, because if you use cash, you run out of cash. If we use the line of credit, borrow money is not taxed, so he created the debt to offset the taxes in the beginning. That's the goal. That can get you up to $96.20 a month. There's your future. There's your goal right there. It doesn't change. It never has. That's what I've been teaching and preaching for 49 years. You need to be a puppet master. That would be the goal as a puppet master. Your division will be number 4A. My division will be 4, and we will need a B and a C. Sometimes we need D and E and F too. But again, what do? We're going to close an escrow, because I don't want you to put $1 million on a Wendy's restaurant. I want 9 of us or 10 of us to do that. One little piece, because there's enough money to go around. If you own a piece, that's auto income forever till it burns down and you die. It's probably not going to burn down and we're going to die 50 years from now, right? Then we leave that empire to our children and our children's children. Here is a 90-day program to get your feet wet. 100,000 of credit, blueprint call. From there, monthly calls every 3 weeks, 18 books and CDs. And this gives you 18 divisions. 18 divisions normally would cost you $20,000, by the way, if you don't know that. So what happens? It's listed at $10,000 tonight. That's what they had today. The office had it listed for $7,000. But if you did it today through me, it's $5,000. It's a giveaway, but it's up to you. Again, that's what they get to do, all right, from here. If you wanted to get more serious, we're going to play for 12 months. I want to go after 10 escrows with you, 10, okay? But usually it's 6 to 10. I'll say 6 because maybe you're not aggressive like I am. I like to have 10 escrows going simultaneously. I've done that too. 100,000 of personal, 100,000 of business. The blueprint call, 12 months of coaching. Normally that's $27,000 stuck with me. What do we do today? If paid in full, Zelle or card, it's 10 grand tonight. Simple, 10 grand. If it's not, I'm going to say you blew it. I'm sorry, that's what happened. If you have to put a deposit of $2,500 down, you could do that. $2,500 down, you could do that. But again, if the balance is paid right away, you still get to $200,000. If you do not pay and you want to make payments on that, the reality is we're going to only give you $100,000 of credit because we had to finance it. That's how it works. But it's going to be up to you. The goal is simple. It's a Zelle, now, always. And keep in mind, I'm going to say now, and I'm also going to say call the office, 800-254-9506. The ability to play the game to win. See, I like good things. I didn't like being used and abused as a kid. I thought it sucked. But I didn't get a family. I didn't get all the goodies I saw on TV, and that's why holidays I don't really like. They just, to me, it's like, okay, I'll focus on the kids and the wife. That's good because that's for them, not me. Because that fat man never came to my house. And I never had a good Thanksgiving until I got a wife. And that changed my life every step of the way. Again, I like goodies. You like goodies? I'm just going to tell you the truth. I have nothing to hide. I'm just going to tell you about me. We get to play the game to win. Blueprint loans are my favorite. But again, this year they've made some rules and they've changed the rules. When you get a blueprint loan, you're going to be on a sub-account of ours. You're going to be a signer. Because they want to log in and check for the bank, so you're a signer. We're going to make you a signer on a sub-account. No problem. If you have the $100,000 in and out of your bank, that's pretty good, no problem. Now we have to look at transactions. They want to make sure you have 30 transactions plus. I have over 3,016 in an average month. So I think I have more of the transactions to play the game to win. So you do or I do, it's simple. If they're going to offer 99 more cards, I only want 9 anyway, 9. That's all I want. If we play this game to win, that's the goal. So I'm going to show them bank statements. I'll show $500,000, 400,000. I'm going to show them so I don't overdo it too much, but I'm going to show them some dollars and some goodies so we qualify for what they want. So we have like 4 or 5 times more than they need. Okay. If that money is given to you as a blueprint loan, you have to use it to buy a franchise, part of me, because you can't take it and just go anywhere you want, because you can't. I used my bank accounts for you, and I told them, and I swore under penalty of perjury, that's what we're going to do is build a business. If we don't, then I have to cancel it. Now, if we do a blueprint loan, because you need that, we do a separate, that's a separate transaction. So let's understand. I am going to charge you 10% on that blueprint loan in the future through the escrow. You will not pay it until we close an escrow. There's no reason to, because it'd back yourself in a corner and you don't want to pay that debt. So when I do a blueprint loan with you, I charge $4,000 to use my bank account to do the pieces you on a sub account. And that's the most important thing to do. Now that's your corp, it's a division of my corp. If we take my corporation, one of my corporations, I'm going to do it in my corporations, you're going to be one of my CFOs, we're going to do that as well. Don't be surprised you get two at $250. That's $500,000, by the way, of borrowed money. Which borrowed money is not taxable. That gives you the ability to get past go. Again, that norm is about $7,000. Fast track tonight is $5,000 if you wanted it. Again, talk to a specialist. Work the pieces you need, work the pieces you can afford and get past go, and work it up and away. It's a zell, and always good. It's simple, 800-254-9506, the goal. I would love for you to help me on my mission. I want to change the world. I have a big, strong mission to do after COVID and all the things I went through and what you went through too. If we change the world together, we can make it a better place. Everybody gets to win. You can make 10% for every referral you get, so can they as well. Again, there's a way to make some dollars. You could have got $1,000 tonight if you wanted to. We play. We look behind that curtain every time. We have to. If we look and stay safe and strong, we do our best. Jesus does the rest. Amen to that too. I try to do my best all the time. I'm a sinner. I make mistakes. I'm just me. I'm Ray Reynolds, the Godfather of Credit. I'm also a licensed pastor in California, but I'm going to tell you the truth. Okay? The truth is going to hopefully set us all free. If you want to partner with me, the offer I gave you tonight and the pieces you're missing have to be done tonight, because tomorrow they're going to be Sillyville in this office, and I'll want to go home to have the turkey and all the goodies as well. You got about 10 minutes if you want to do anything different tonight. I would be calling 800-254-9506. The opportunity, because this will not happen on Friday and these prices as well. This is because we did a partnership meeting with half of your partners anyway and get the pieces you're missing tonight. The ultimate goal is we do our best. God does the rest. Amen to that too. Never forget at the end of the day, it's simple. God loves us all.